Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. This week, brought to you by... Is this podcast 333?
Both of them.
I think it is.
It is?
So satisfying.
We should have done something to... We should only had 3 people on the podcast.
Do you want me to leave? I could leave.
Something special.
I could leave you guys alone
Or
if
9
you want.
people.
Or have 3 people talking 3 times as loud as normal,
Who's
right
back there yelling?
back behind us. Shut up!
If I had to guess, it would be the Adams in tech.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they have the
Oh,
new
they're
site
good.
launching. So
Wait. See if you can hear it on the stream.
That's totally
that's
bared.
ad.
Wow.
They're excited. They're launching our new version of our website
Yes.
tonight
in
at
fact,
midnight. Go cut to Bernie. I'm the one fucking telling
Hey,
us about it.
no, that's cool.
Whatever. You want to cut to him? Go for it.
Go ahead, Gus. You go ahead and talk, and I'll provide your emotions.
So after 11 years
Never
using our
changed.
current site, we're finally scrapping the whole thing, starting fresh.
But
I'm super
I'm
excited.
saying, in honor of that, we're not taking questions or interactions on Twitter anymore. I put on Twitter. I put a link to a journal on the RT site, so I'm moving all that back over to the RT site now.
Going forward every week.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's like I recognize the fact that once we launch the site and the fucking chuckle bums back there,
Shut up.
once we launch the site, we're gonna have problems. Anything that's like connected to the internet, where you point everybody at it at one point in time, whether it's a new video game or anything, it doesn't matter what it is, you're gonna have some problems with it. So
Bitching.
we're not gonna be immune to that. We're gonna have some connectivity issues.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
But
I mean, the
it'll even
reason
out.
we used Twitter in the first place for our chat and our communication during the podcast was the old site couldn't scale and handle the appropriate amount of
There
traffic.
was a lot of reasons. But
So-
it makes more sense to be doing it.
We
on
also
the site.
couldn't have a collective hashtag really on that site, could we?
Yeah, but I think a
That
lot
was
of that
another
stuff's
reason to do
going to be addressed. And
Didn't we have a live chat when we first launched the live podcast?
yeah, and it would just, it was unreadable.
Yeah, because you had, a couple thousand people talking at once and
Yeah.
there was no cap.
You use Periscope.
I do use Periscope.
You don't use Periscope.
No.
Gus, you use Periscope.
He dabbles.
Sometimes.
On Periscope, I don't know why it's not a feature that if you follow me and you do a Periscope, I should be able to get in your chat all the time.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
if one of your followers, or someone, I should say, someone whom you are following,
Like
I don't know if I'm
DMing
doing
on
the right
Twitter.
way. Exactly right. You should always be able to get in the chat.
Yeah.
Like if you end up in my Periscope, I want you to be able to chat.
I agree. You got into the chat in one of my Periscopes at Comic-Con.
Dude, I gotta it's like a race to hit that button.
So what is it like? You have like the first 10 seconds before it's full,
It's the first
100.
100 people.
which is probably like 10 seconds.
It's with not even. I think it's within the first 2 seconds.
And a lot of times you'll see it, and then it's like, oh no, you didn't make it. Like it looks like you made it, but then you didn't make it.
Or just like, oh, sweet, 5 people. Oh, nope.
Yeah, it's
600.
like a technology that I feel like they weren't fully done with. They just had to rush it out because Meerkat was gaining popularity.
Yeah.
They just like, well, here it is. It's done.
Yeah, I don't
then
know.
people
There's,
run with
something bizarre about it. But listen, speaking of stuff I got to bring this up because I was going to bring this up right before we started the podcast. I want to talk to you guys about
Is
it.
it
So,
a problem with your phone?
No, it is something that came out in the App Store. So we put out a Let's Play a couple of weeks ago for Agario.
Which is actually like agar.io.
Well, agar is the
Or
stuff in
agar.
the little.
Right.
We're saying it wrong, and everyone's
And once we said
ragging on us.
Agario, we kept calling it Agario because it's AGAR.io.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that's not the name of the game. The name of the game isn't Agario. The name of the game is Agar. And they just had to put the .io at the end because they had to have a domain name for it.
It'd be like saying Rooster Teeth Com.
Because it's a web game, right?
Yeah.
Except all those fuckers who corrected us, it came out in the App Store, and it's called fucking Agario in
Is
the
it
App
really
Store.
just in text?
There's no reason. There's no reason to have a web address in an app. You don't need it. You don't need the domain. And they put the .io there, so it is
Agario.
Agario. It absolutely is Agario.
Or Agar.io.
Whatever.
Or Agar.
Well,
EO.
People were saying the IO was like didn't even matter. It's just
Agario is a
Agar.
much cooler name than agar
Agar.
or agar.
What is Agorio? People keep telling me to play it, and other people keep downvoting them when they say don't. When they tell me to go play Agorio.
I don't know.
Never
what that
heard
is.
of it.
I haven't
It's actually
seen
a
that.
gore.
I'm gonna go look it up.
You may have just made a terrible
I
mistake.
may have made a terrible mistake. I'm
It's
gonna
at
look it
about
up.
It's the
5
porn
minutes
version
in.
of Agario. Just a bunch of boobs floating around.
It's the Ashley Madison website.
Man, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What is it? Is it like an epileptic fit on a screen?
Yep.
Oh, I can't get out of this now.
Can you show it to me?
hijacked you.
I got it. Oh, it was like the dude from what's the dumb movie? Saw? Yeah, it's like that or something. Just flashed.
Want
me.
to play a little game?
So
His lights are bright. His lights brighter today.
No.
that's normal.
No, you're just whiter today.
Lights are brighter.
So the Ashley Madison website got hacked, and everyone's personal information.
For those who don't know, what's Ashley Madison?
It's a website
Gavin.
that bills itself as a way for married people to find affairs. I think their tagline is "Life is short, have an affair."
Straight to the point.
I never understood this site. why wouldn't you just make a Tinder account for yourself or something like that, or an OkCupid account, or Plenty of Fish, or whatever, all the other dating sites?
I think it's
Right, it's
because
like you literally are signing up for a site that
Right.
labels you as an adulterer, and now someone hacked it and stole all the personal information
I
for
feel
people
like
registered on the
the
website.
reason to have that is because everyone on it is equally at fault. So if you see someone else who wants to cheat and you want to cheat, it's like you won't
and
tell
that might
anyone.
not be the
It's-
case with Tinder.
Or it's like you're
Exactly.
setting the expectation appropriately.
Well,
Exactly.
You could also
Like,
say a
wink.
Tinder, like, just like,
Or it's just like if you're on Tinder and like maybe your wife's friend sees you, they could tell them, but
That
they
bitch.
probably wouldn't be on that website unless they're also
Oh,
a
they would
bitch.
say, if they found you on Ashley Madison, they would say, I'm not going to tell you how I know this, but
But
look at this. Bill's
see,
on there.
because then they would also.
I think it was
be
like
under.
37 million users.
37 million.
And don't they
And-
all have their like greatest sexual fantasies listed on
I
their
think
profiles?
so. And,
So we're talking about, what, 36.5 million dudes?
and the
Pretty
people who
much.
hacked the site said that they want, I believe they said they want Ashley Madison to shut down, otherwise they're going to release all of the personal information.
Well, they're
So
not.
what's in
If
it
they
for them?
release information, they're done. I mean, right? I mean, this is unbelievably damaging
Yeah.
that this has happened.
Why is it called Ashley Madison?
I don't know. Why is it called?
Is that like a famous
I've
adulterer?
only heard of it because of listening
famous
to
adulterer?
listen to Howard Stern.
Called Hester Prynne.
Yeah.
All right, that's a Scarlet Letter reference for those of you out there.
You're welcome, English
Once you go to
teachers.
my-
You're
once you go
welcome,
to
one
my camera,
person.
It's like, nope, it's over there. All right, why is it called?
That'd be a
Ashley
great Gavin or
Madison.
Google. Why is it called?
Why
There'd be
is
so
it
many
called?
results.
Speaking of Gavin and Google, we're
We're
going to
doing
do
that
that today,
today?
right?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, we were gonna do it today.
Okay.
I'm looking up. Sorry, I'm looking up information.
Bernie can't
I
multitask.
hand delivered him the perfect segue.
The name of the site was created from two popular female names, Ashley and Barbara.
I got this one.
Not Barbara.
If you were thinking Madison, you would be correct.
Damn it!
That doesn't make any sense.
They just chose two female names.
Their motto is short. Or motto is "Life is short, have an affair." Yikes!
Just like
Those. And you know what's interesting to me is, though, I have to say,
What if two
Is-
people found each other, husband and wife?
It'd be like the Pina Colada song. Thank you, Mariel. One person laughed.
they would. I would imagine if a husband and wife found each other, they would just start an open relationship, or they would just go, "Oh, we don't want to be together. Let's get divorced." I guess. I don't know.
It'd be like
There's a thing you can do. Have you heard about the site where you can go with your longtime partner and that you apparently can't communicate with, and you can go and you can fill out like all your fantasies, like everything you'd like to do, and then they also fill out the same quiz, and then it shows you only the matches.
so
Yeah.
if one of you's into like mega anal and the other one isn't,
Right,
it doesn't
mega
show.
anal.
there's an app. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I just know I know if it is a service or a site.
There's an app you could do where you each answer individually and it matches up only what you both
Or
answered yes
you
to.
could talk.
Or you could just talk.
Or you could just be
Or
like,
you
hey,
could talk,
to
yeah.
the person that you sleep next to in their most
Yeah, but if
vulnerable
you
I
talk,
think it's
you
better
might-
for a new relationship.
You might reveal something that you're not gonna get back.
If it's a new relationship, though, don't you just ask for it? And then, like, if they're not into it, then it's like, take a hike.
Well, maybe like new as in like a couple months, not
Oh.
instant.
Yeah, mega anal might not show up till, like, what, month 4 or something
we
like
had
that?
you had an interesting question
mega anal?
about mega anal this morning.
What was my question?
Oh, yeah.
You were trying
When
to
you were taking
figure
that
out
picture.
if it would be possible to stick a flaccid penis.
I was wondering what would happen if you stuffed a flaccid penis into a butt and then got aroused. Would it kind of slop out, or would it stay inside and
I
expand?
think if you're like to the point where the base is in, it would stay in. But I think if it was like half in, it would probably slop out.
We're also talking about inhaling through your
base.
anus.
No.
because-
Okay.
It's impossible.
Please
You cannot.
explain this. You need to explain what you were trying to say earlier.
I'm serious. Have you ever been,
I mean,
for whatever reason, you don't have to be naked, just like on all fours, like under a desk, plugging something in. Your anus takes in air.
No.
It does.
It absolutely does not. I have never taken air into my anus.
Look,
You're not living, Bernie.
Right, apparently
go on all
not.
fours, like arch your back and just relax. And it's kind of like a slow sort of.
How big is your anus?
Absolutely
It's
not.
not very big.
Is your colon like a vacuum? What's going on that you would like?
I think it's mainly the angle.
What's the differential of
There's
pressure?
got to be someone in the audience who's been on all fours and taken a breath with the anus.
there's got to be someone, or this is something anyone can do, because these are two different things
Why don't
you're
we try?
asking.
Try with you.
I can't do that.
You
Here's
don't know. You've never been in
Here,
that
Gus,
situation.
lean over now. Just get on
Look,
all
look,
fours.
I've got my
During the
earpiece
podcast.
on. I can't.
Bernie, you're up.
Where's my
I
earpiece?
know that the colon.
He's
I
not
know that the
in.
colon is very.
Are you gonna do it?
Of course I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I do it? You want me over on all fours?
So
I need
on
a
all
mic.
fours.
Let's
Like-
put the mic down by your anus so we could hear.
No, you wouldn't.
I'll keep you up to date on it. All right, here we go.
No, you don't want to. You really gonna face the camera with your.
Oh, I'm gonna knock that over. Well, I gotta face my microphone.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
You put your butt to the mic.
right now, make it so your back is level,
My back's level.
like horizontal, and then arch your back kind of.
Dude, am I living out your fantasy here? What, is this mega anal? Is this how this is gonna end up?
He's totally trolling you right now.
I know,
too.
he totally is. So I go my back level and then I arch my back?
But you make it so that.
Why are you down here showing this to me?
Because I know it works on me.
Gavin, he asked the question.
Right,
Doesn't
and
do
then
it.
I feel like
basically-
a Sherpa.
Basically,
All
then relax your sphinct.
right. How do I relax?
Just
Okay.
make sure you're not tense. Right, and then. Are you getting
I shouldn't
anything?
be watching
can't
it.
do anything. I can't even try to do it. You're the worst person ever.
There's got to be someone in your journal who's done it.
I'll look.
I can't remember what I was doing when I discovered it, but I was like, it works every time, and then you can just like press it out. It's a way to like make farts, I think.
You're pushing your
So
anus, right?
okay, I don't have any confirmation. I'm looking through your journal comments here, Bernie.
Yes.
Melissa Green says Gavin is absolutely right.
Yes.
Feline One says it's true, Gavin. Bernie, he's right.
It's all women.
Are these girls? Because there's a difference between
Feline could be a
your
dude.
vaginal hole and your butthole.
Lessons from Bob.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know,
No,
this
I've
is why-
experienced.
That's why our podcast is classified
Oh, wait, so
in the
you're-
educational category.
you're saying
There's a
that
difference
you've-
between your butt and your vagina.
You've sucked in air through your vagina.
Oh yeah, especially during yoga or Pilates, you're in some compromising positions, especially on all fours, and you get like fucking wind tunnel in there, in and out.
Mega queef.
Mega queef, yeah.
During
So, but
Pilates?
butthole, I don't think
What is
so.
Pilates?
Well, I think-
Pilates is like yoga.
What is Pilates? I don't know either.
Okay,
try to
so
take
what
it-
is,
let's try-
what is
let's try
Pilates,
to take
guys?
this. I
So
don't
it's
know.
associated with yoga,
Right.
and supermodels do it.
I
it's
think-
like a big deal if you do Pilates.
I think it's like a type of yoga where they put hot rocks on you while you do your stretching.
It's like you know what Bikram yoga is?
No?
That's the way they take you and they put you in a room that's like 105 degrees and
Wow.
you do yoga with other people for like an hour and a half.
That sounds like that would stink.
Otherwise
It's
known as hot yoga.
Hot yoga. I think Bikram is like, as Ashley put it, like radicalized yoga. Like they're really mean about it. So Pilates.
I would
guess
say it's.
Pilates is like stuff with like isometrics, where it's like you're doing yoga, but then you're pushing on the ground. Like you're there's something else that's a next level thing on it.
I would say it's like a clenching based exercise, where you work your.
Based off the fact that it's a wind tunnel.
Like a full body Kegel kind of a thing.
Yeah, you work on all your and all that.
All right, I just sucked in air.
What is it?
Pilates is like yoga. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but you're using your body weight a lot more and doing things that are a lot more intense
That's Pilates?
and a lot more movement than yoga. Yoga tends to be
That just looks
poses
like
and holding
aerobics. It
It looks
poses.
like stretching.
But you're using your core right here. You have to really hold your core in like that. It's a lot of stuff with
I have
your
my core in all the time.
with your core. There's a lot of like planks and things like that too.
So
that's
everyone
funny.
It's a
in-
lot more body strength rather than flexibility like yoga.
So there's tons of people in the comments, by the way, agreeing with Gavin that this is the thing.
sucking
And they
air
said
in your
that
butt?
Bruce
Cheers,
even
audience.
demonstrated it on an episode of On the Spot.
Bruce did.
Bruce from Funhouse.
Bruce did good on all fours at one point. I forget what he was doing.
Man,
It
but
must
people
have
are
been that.
dumb too. There's someone here saying that people are saying that air entering your butt while you're on all fours is how you make farts. It's like
That's
no,
not
it's
true.
not. It's not. That's not
No,
true at
that's
all.
not true. See, now you're being an idiot with it.
But we look the majority of
Wow.
the people. The majority of people in the journal are saying that you are absolutely correct.
All right.
I wonder
you.
One
what
point for Gavin.
Thank you.
There's more
audience.
Pilates
I
for you.
wonder what all the
Bernie, if you're curious.
non-sponsors reading these comments are thinking. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Well, now
All
they
right.
know.
So there's that's the guy. There's a guy on our site. Says his name is Garwood, but it's not official, so I'm not sure if it really is him or not. But he says apparently Ashley Madison requires you to pay $20 to delete your account. Okay, I read about that. And one of the things they said in the manifesto, the people that hacked it, was like, oh, and by the way, this $20 to remove your account, they never removed your account. We have that too. And they have a list of everyone who paid to have their information
Well, it's
removed.
just they're basically unlisting it, aren't they, from the site? They're not deleting any record of it.
Nobody deletes anything.
You can't.
Like it's very difficult to delete stuff from the internet. And I think what they said was specifically, it's like we have your username might be gone, but we have your name and your address and your credit card number, and we'll be releasing all of that.
So they have all the important stuff,
Yeah,
all the real stuff.
This is also a paid site in general.
I guess so. There's a credit card associated with it. Yeah, is there like a premier thing?
Wow, people are lazy.
I wonder if you get a rank based on how many affairs you've had. That way you can rank.
Five
them.
stars.
There's a
Or
leaderboard,
what's their
Could
karma
people
level.
rate you too after the affair?
or it's like
10 out
Uber.
of
It's
10.
like a medium affair.
Hey, what's the site where ladies rank dudes? I just heard about this.
Ladies rank dudes like a hot or not type thing.
Nope, they rank dudes they've been with, and it's.
Oh.
I just read about this damn thing.
What is it,
Anybody know what that
Mariel?
is? Anybody know what that is?
It's like a rate my professor, but for guys.
Yeah, exactly kind of thing.
Interesting.
Except this.
I'd have to do some research.
Yeah, like whether or not he could suck an air into his butt and stuff like that. Whether or not he was into mega anal.
Could he suck a flaccid penis? Is that where this is going? Can you suck a flaccid penis in
So
your butt?
one of my dirty pleasures in life,
go on.
which Ashley hates, is that I will sometimes read the relationships subreddit on Reddit, and it's all just like people's relationships going terribly wrong. It's like
It's just crazy people.
It's all scandalous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always say like they make updates and everything on there, and there's never the update that is like, hey, I talked to my partner and everything was okay.
Worked out great.
That's never that. It's like, yeah, no, I went through every part of their social media and hacked into all of their data, and I found out that they're a dickhead, and everything collapsed on me. But there was the top post was in there today was a woman saying, my husband just called me and told me like to get ahead of the curve, that he made an Ashley Madison account when he was single. And if his name shows up on the list, that's what that is.
But it's about cheating.
What's that?
It's about cheating.
That's the first person pointed out in the comments was like, so the best case scenario here is that your husband, when he was single, wanted to date people that were married.
Yeah.
So be interesting to see where that one goes. But it's all over like people like panicking about this thing, which I totally get. I mean, once that list comes out, if it does come out, it's going to cause a lot of problems.
It might set a record for the amount of divorces this year.
Someone also made a point that it's like, why not just if you're a divorce lawyer, just like search by your city and just like notify people all day, notify husbands and wives. It's like, hey, your spouse is on this list.
Just send out flyers
Here's
like
my
in
number.
the mail.
Yeah, here's my number. Get a discount.
I've already prepared your side of the paperwork.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
Sign
know.
here and make the check out to me.
Yeah, that is a hot button issue. But I was going to say that I did find it interesting that this kind of like came right after another kind of online event, which was there was a dude, and I want to be careful what I say here. I believe he's part of the Condé Nast family. It's a married dude.
Yes.
Married dude, wife, 3 kids, from what I can tell from the pictures. And Gawker reported about a porn star who apparently lives in Austin, Texas. He made arrangements to meet with a male porn star in some other city, and he was going to fly him there. And he was going to, it was an arranged, like, it was a meeting. Like, he was going to be paid to come meet with this guy privately. And so it was pretty clear that that was a bad deal. Like, or that was, I shouldn't say bad deal, but it was unscrupulous meeting. And then once the person, this is all alleged by the Gawker story, once the person found out, the porn star found out who this guy was, that he was powerful, he apparently had some kind of like real estate issue where he'd been evicted from a building in Austin. And he was going to have this guy try to help him solve the problem. And then the guy was like, oh, guess I can't make it. Like, once he had told him he knew who he was, he said, I can't make it, too bad. I would have liked to have met up with you and all that stuff. So then he started, I guess it was like some kind of extortion thing. He ended up giving the information to Gawker. Gawker then prints the article and prints the guy. And everybody on my social media feed was outraged that they outed this guy because he was a family. He had a family, but they didn't know that he was gay, apparently gay or bisexual. And they were outing him. And that was, they saw as a great transgression. Those same group of people in my social media feed, when this Ashley Madison thing came out, they're all like, he, you know, like they can't wait for that to happen. Is that a different category that I'm missing out here?
Like, are they putting someone in power on a different level than the rest of these people?
No,
Like,
I think it's the fact that the guy is gay. Is that's why it's egregious to them. Is that because they outed him when he wasn't ready to be
so
outed?
the fact that he was
essentially.
cheating is not
Yeah,
even
the fact
a
that he was
component.
cheating like was somehow was less than in that
I
case.
hadn't thought about that. I hadn't connected those two stories.
But you know the Gawker thing, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
last week, and people were very upset about it.
Yeah, they pulled that story. Against the wishes of the editors, and I think a few of the editors resigned over the weekend
Because of that?
from Gawker.
So I
Yeah,
guess
the
it seems-
board pulled the article, and then the editorial staff, 2 of them resigned, I think, today. I can look it up.
So
Let's get some actual
I can
facts
see how
here.
the story seems like it's just outing this person for being gay and embarrassing them in that way, or telling the world before they were ready to. But essentially, he's cheating. He's cheating on his wife.
And
or-
also, it's. I mean, they're basically helping someone blackmail or extort somebody else.
Yeah.
They are helping them do that. But that's exactly what the hackers are doing, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they're deciding they want to extort the site, whether to take it down or whatever. They're doing something, and then the rest of the media is gleefully going along with it to help them.
What is stopping someone from signing up on Ashley Madison as you now?
Well, that's a good question. I guess nothing.
Very
Thanks for
interesting.
bringing it up.
I'm gonna have to remember that excuse. I guess nothing.
I guess the
guess
credit
nothing.
card would be wrong. There's no
Yeah.
way they could get, but they could find an address and you know.
For full disclosure, I don't have an account on any sites like that. When I was single, I thought about making I guess either an OkCupid or a Match.com account. I thought about doing it, but what kept me from doing that is I thought that it's almost certain that somebody would recognize me on there. I knew somebody who was fairly well known. They had a profile, and the person immediately, like one of the first people to respond said, "Hey, are you so and so?" And they were like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So yeah. But I just always figured that would be the case. And on Ashley Madison, it's like, if anyone has made an account on Ashley Madison, I'm assuming that that would already be public information. Like it's public. You just join the site and you can see other people. You're supposed to find people.
Right. Like, does it get scraped by Google? Like, could you see, like, just by searching through Google, could you find people like that?
But wouldn't you rather have someone recognize you at that point than meet up with you and then be like, oh, shit?
So you could avoid them?
No, it was less so of like the people that I wanted to meet knowing who I was, and more so with just random people just like going through and like finding. Like, I didn't want to see my dating profile linked on Rooster Teeth. I just didn't.
Yeah,
want
that
to
would be
see
awkward.
People are saying that
He likes long walks on the beach.
the women rating men app that you're talking about was it's called Lulu.
Lulu, that's it.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you very much. Who said that?
LULU?
There were two people, McBoner and Mac Bigelow.
Thanks, Big Boner
Wow.
and Matt Bigelow.
They would know about
Do they
a site
always
like
tweet
that.
together?
McBoner. No, it's the Rooster Teeth website. It's for Rooster Teeth users.
Oh, okay. I mean,
McBoner.
All right, I'll load up the last page of the comments.
I
here.
actually had a Match.com profile when I worked here. Actually,
Yeah.
it
How'd that go?
was when I first came to Rooster Teeth and I was single.
why don't you just
Did you
go
get
out in
recognized?
this brand new city?
I did not get recognized actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was before I was really like known at Rooster Teeth. This was like within the first couple months of
find
moving
it
here.
surprising that someone like you would use that service.
Thanks, Gavin. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I mean, it's
It's kind of a safe way to meet people.
Yeah, she was new to the city.
How is it safer than just going downtown? I mean, you probably wouldn't want to meet.
I think it was just that comfort of knowing about someone before meeting them. And then so like if you're at a bar or something and you go up to someone and you're like, hey, you're attractive, let's hang out. But they could be totally not into the things you're into or just crazy. And getting to actually
It's
like
a lot of sifting.
talk to them online
It's a
and stuff
lot of
before.
sifting.
Yeah.
You were single at the same time, Gavin. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't go on a website though.
well, I guess not.
I actually
That would
dated a
take
guy
effort.
I met on Match for 2 months.
2
Gavin,
months?
2 months.
Gavin prides himself on the lowest possible effort made to find people to date. You should make very little effort. I'm trying to think. When was the last person you pursued? Maybe we don't name names.
Yeah.
maybe we get off this topic. But it's just like I don't see Gavin as like I don't see you as a big pursuer. Maybe I'm wrong.
I was never really.
Yeah.
They come to him.
It's different than for Gavin. It's more.
it's not that I
It's more
don't-
passive. He presents himself.
No, yeah,
and
it's-
like draws people in. He's
it's-
like the
yeah, it's
He's
more
the
that I-
peacock.
with sugar kind
It's
of
not
a
that I
thing.
don't put in the effort or I just wait for stuff to come to me. It's just you have to make it seem that way.
Exactly.
There's really a lot of work involved.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to make
lot
it
of
look
grooming.
effortless.
Yeah.
He polishes
Have you ever
himself.
tried to be effortless? If I was genuinely effortless in everything that I did, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably just be like sat at home on a couch right now.
You made a passive aggressive tweet today. I wonder what it was about. You wrote about people procrastinating, being proud about it. That was
Everyone like boasts about that for some reason. It's like
It wasn't
oh, man,
just directed at one person.
No, it was just like I kept seeing tweets about how lazy someone's being or how much they're procrastinating. It's like, you know what I mean? You're at that point. You're tweeting about how lazy you're being.
Yeah.
Just go and do the thing that you want to do.
I find that when I have to when I want to point something out that annoys me on Twitter, I have to wait until enough people haven't tweeted about that in a while, so people don't think it's about that person.
I do the exact same thing. I thought I was a lunatic for
Really?
doing that. I'm really glad to hear you say that.
like it's
Now I'm paranoid.
You should set
Like-
reminders in the future so you can be like, oh yeah, I was annoyed
Like
about
when
that
I
one.
said the thing, it's been a long time now. When I said the thing about I hate quotes, I had to wait a long time for nobody to have posted a quote
Yeah.
on social media, so they won't think that it's directed at them.
I always hate it when I really dislike a certain thing and then someone I really like does it and I'm like, oh,
you know
no, I
I,
definitely can't.
the thing that I've talked about before is I hate when people involve all of their followers in their customer service problems. Like I've written to brands, but I write to them. I like if I have a problem with like
You
an
don't write,
airline.
hey,
Hey, American
Or the
Airlines
dot.
whatever. Yeah. Or the dot.
There's
like,
a lot of people I know who will dot at a company if they're ever like praising them or trying to get free shit out of them, maybe, or
Okay.
or customer service complaints.
So that's the thing that I haven't mentioned. I haven't mentioned the fact that I hate when people like use their followers and like if you had a friend who always like dragged you into their customer service problems, you'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Go solve your own fucking problems.
Yeah.
I'm not part of your like army to go solve a customer service problem. The flip side of it is, and I have to wait a long time because I know a lot of people who do this, is the flip side of that is the positive aspect where I don't like when people tag brands in their tweets, and it seems like they're trying to get noticed by like a major company.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I sure could go for some at Taco Bell or something
Yeah.
like that. I just like, there's something about that that just really bothers the shit out of me.
Even if you tweet with the name of the brand without tagging them, all the responses will tag them in. Have you noticed that?
I've had that where I'll talk about something and
Yeah.
people reply to
Well,
me
I
and
was-
add it.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's pretty normal though,
I
to
was
just to talk
making-
about
Yeah.
something. But something about tagging them is
no,
like,
but like what I'm saying is like, let's say in your example, I'll be like, man, I sure like my burrito from Taco Bell. Someone will reply and at the brand at you and
yeah,
and,
so that
and
happened
drag
with me
them in.
and Dan the other day. He somehow messed up his witch order. I didn't know that was possible, but he did. So I
Did
was
you
like,
order everything on
I
the
was like-
sandwich?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, unbelievable. Dan actually messed up witch. Everyone then tagged witch and witch are tweeting us and like, oh, you know, we love creativity and all that stuff. I was like, I don't want this.
stay away. No, the pet peeve that I have with people when people tag stuff is when, do you ever read like the people on Twitter who are just tattletales? Because we
Yeah.
talk about a lot of stuff on the podcast, and then all of a sudden I'll get
It's
somebody
like
who goes,
playground.
"Hey, at Ricky Gervais, the people on the Bernie thinks you're a cunt." I mean, I never said that, but Ricky Gervais is kind of a cunt. But you know, but they'll go and they'll like telling us to the person, like they're just trying to like literally it's a person that wants to watch two people fight to entertain themselves. They just get on Twitter.
Well, it's like when we were talking about some business and people went on their Yelp and started downvote or giving them bad reviews and
Yeah.
stuff because of
Yeah.
us. They
Can't
said,
control that.
"Ro-
Yeah, when
Rooster
I-
Teeth Podcast represent."
When I mentioned
I guarantee in the next 5 minutes someone's going to tweet Ricky Gervais.
when somebody already tweeted you and Taco Bell. When I
could go for some at Taco Bell.
that, you know, I liked Snow Crash and Neil Stephenson as an author, and that I didn't like William Gibson as much. Someone did that. They tweeted at William Gibson and was like, "Hey, at William Gibson, you know, at Sorolla doesn't like your writing," which I was like, "Why are you doing that?"
Why are you doing that? Why are you ruining two people's day?
It's like no, I'm living in fear that he's gonna like write back or like find me or say something.
Yeah. And you're just being a dick to William Gibson, which is not
Right.
necessary at all. You don't like William Gibson?
He's fine. Just,
Okay.
I prefer Neil Stephenson.
Okay. Well, I'm actually a little. I was hoping that Audible would be a sponsor today because I recommended a book to Gus, The Martian. I got it on Audible. They're one of our sponsors, usually for their RT podcast. Shout out to Audible. And I got my Amazon Echo will read books to me now.
Really?
So it's like, and it reads, and Amazon, I guess, owns Audible at this point. So it's like, it integrates with all that stuff. And The Martian is so good. I seen the posters for it, and it looked like just like,
Oh, that's the movie with what's his
Matt
face?
Damon.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Matt
it's
Damon.
such a great book. It's really a great book.
Dude, speaking of stuff that's really good.
You'd like it too, Gavin.
I'll read it. Speaking of stuff that's really good.
I bet.
Having watched all the films on the planes recently, I started to watch the TV on the planes. Found HBO, found The Jinx. Watched every
Yes.
episode. Holy crap, that's really good.
Yes.
Yep.
You kept going on about it. I was like,
yes.
enough.
Did you finish
Alright.
it?
Yeah, I watched every. And,
You,
and the
you,
thing is,
you
it got
texted
rid
me
of-
like as soon as you landed,
yeah,
right?
I was like, whoa, it's like better than a movie. Yeah, it was.
It's
and
absolutely
and the
good.
great thing is, it's like 6, almost hour-long bits. So
Yeah.
it's like it ruined half. It took away half the flight for me. It's
Yeah.
great.
What do you think of the last episode?
Mental.
Right?
it's good. It's so good. And the last episode was only like 35 or 40
I think
minutes.
it's
Like,
45.
And I forgot, like when you were explaining, all I remembered from your story of it is that it was really good. I didn't remember anything about the specifics. So
Yeah,
I, was
I
like,
think
what
w-
kind of thing is this? Is it like a documentary? I was like, I went in completely blind.
That's the best way to do it. I think even when I talked about it, I tried to be vague.
Yeah.
It was like an heir who was accused of a couple of murders.
Yeah.
That's all you really should know going
Crazy
into it.
year.
It was it's so good. Yeah, I feel like I'm in kind of a doldrum entertainment-wise, like on television right now. Like I'm watching True Detective season 2, and you know it's good. I don't hate it as much as most people. People are really upset about it.
Why?
It's very different than season 1. Season 1 people latched onto and really loved. Season 2 is radically different.
How many episodes have there been so far?
5.
I got an idea. So for our after podcast, why don't we do a Game of Thrones spoiler cast for our sponsor bit at the end of this?
We can do that.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to talk to you. I just finished season 5 of.
So
Game
if
of Thrones?
you're
With or without Ashley?
Wait, are you kidding me? There's no way I was gonna.
I'm
if you
just
don't know,
making
if,
sure.
Ashley.
if you're a
Hi, Ashley.
sponsor, we put out supplemental content on Friday, and typically we record that supplemental content immediately after the podcast. So we're going to go ahead and record that, and then it'll be out for our sponsors on our website at roosterteeth.com on Friday. So yeah, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Great. Somebody sure enough on Twitter tagged me with Ricky Gervais and anus breathing.
Well, I really like Ricky Gervais, so
Me too.
All right, let me read this. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Start Your Free Trial today.
I just moved. I wonder if I can
Smooth.
get a new.
Fucking hit himself
Free
in the
trial.
face. Like a fucking jackass.
You tried to hit
Um,
Gus,
oiled
instead
this.
you hit yourself.
So yeah, True Detective season 2. I'm actually enjoying it. It's been a really slow start, but I think it's getting pretty good. Definitely very different than the first season. But other than that, I don't know. There's just like I feel like everything's garbage right now. I don't know if my taste has changed or I'm just
maybe
Maybe
you just
curmudgeon.
become cranky.
maybe I just become super cranky. I
Become?
don't know.
Start
Maybe you
reading,
should
man.
get some sleep.
There's a lot of good books.
Wait,
I'm
I gotta get
actually
back to playing video games. I haven't played any new video games in a long time.
I'm
Why do you
rereading
ever
Game of
wanna
Thrones
see the
now.
problem
And
with this?
What happened?
What did
You
you say?
said become cranky.
become more cranky.
More cranky.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's
Um,
possible.
Yeah, I've actually been
It's not.
playing more video games. I went through a stretch where I didn't play games for a month or two, I think. I
You were great at the Call of Duty stuff.
I was. People are so mad about that. You're so mad.
You get so mad about it.
What do you
we
suck
are
at Call of
playing
Duty?
a very ubiquitous game. What, like a year and a half after it came out?
I'd forgotten until I was rewatching that footage that Brandon and I got into that argument over who picked up the full reload for everyone.
Right.
It was me. It was fucking me.
course
I
it
also want
was
to point
you.
out that Gus edited it as well. So you probably edited it from your perspective. to show you
I
picked it
showed
up.
both perspectives, mine and Brandon.
Oh,
Did you
you?
take
Okay.
Did you take Brandon's footage and just switch the name to Gus?
No, 'cause the footage he gave when Bernie gave me the footage, the
That was
names were already
already
burned in, so you know that.
So
it
it's your fault
correct.
that you put part 1 and part 2 on the
Yeah,
intro
that
screen?
was my fault.
Okay.
By the way, shout out to Ashley Jenkins who made the Let's Plays like way easier to make. She found a way. It's gonna get complicated here, but we record the footage and record the audio, then we link them up, and then we had to burn on all of our video tracks, which is usually 4 or 6 for your Minecraft videos.
Yeah.
You have to burn your name.
And not only is that helpful for the audience to know who they're watching, it's helpful for the editor to know who to switch to while
Right.
they're editing.
Yeah.
So you can't actually really edit first and then put the names on because
And-
it's confusing.
Ashley found us a way to burn our names in when we record it.
You
Oh, really?
Yeah,
could be
OBS.
saving a lot of time.
What?
I
I did what?
I didn't understand how you edited these until you gave me your Premiere project.
Yeah.
You don't know how multicam works.
I
You
don't.
You
Do
don't
you
know how
know
to create a
multicam?
multicam sequence.
I don't do that shit.
He gave
How are
me
you
his
editing
project that
otherwise?
was half done. It was 4 video tracks that he was switching between,
Don't do it like
and
that.
I was like, "You're a maniac.
Nah, I'm good at this.
Here's why you shouldn't do
You're
that.
an absolute maniac."
You absolutely
this.
can edit that way, but it will make you lazy. Because you'll be like, I want to cut to this, but then I've got to be like, blade it there, and then I've got to delete
No,
it.
just multicam. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
I was
4,
gonna.
1,
Who's
2,
gonna
3,
come in
4.
and show me? Somebody was gonna come in and show me multicam.
I swear I showed you before.
You showed it to me, but
You gave me this project. I was the morning I was gonna leave for San Diego, and I thought, oh great! I downloaded the footage. I downloaded the Premiere project. I was like, I'm gonna save this on the plane. You know, it's a 3-hour flight. I'm just gonna edit nonstop
I also
for
did
3
a
hours.
full edit of the first one.
And I get on the plane where 10,000 feet, open up like, yeah, I'm gonna start cutting this. I look at it, I'm like, nope. I just closed it and put it back up. I was like, I'm not gonna mess with that right now.
That's just the way I edited RVD. I'm really fast at editing that way. I really can. It's
Everyone has
I
their
can
own
switch people
process.
super quick, but I will take a look in multicam again and see if it's good.
yeah,
It's one of those things where it looks unappealing to set up and learn, but you'll love it.
I used it before. I just didn't like it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's a good program for a first-time editor?
I think Premiere.
Premiere's fine. Yeah.
Premiere? Not
Yeah.
Final Cut? Or
Well, if you have a
Final
Mac,
no,
Final
um,
Cut, and if you have a PC,
Well,
I'd say
There's
Premiere.
I
no
don't-
cheap solution for Final Cut.
I don't know if I'd recommend Final Cut 10.
Yeah, the nice thing about Premiere is you can get a 30-day trial.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also just have a subscription and not actually like buy big chunks of software.
Yeah, you can pay like $30 a month to have it,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
like
that's not bad.
$55 a month for everything Adobe
Cancel
makes,
when you want.
including Photoshop.
Good to know.
If you send them $19, they'll remove all your personal information.
Yeah, give me one of those beers.
What isn't going to get hacked?
What isn't gonna get hacked?
Gmail? Like where everybody's Gmail gets publicly put out there? Will that ever happen? Has that happened?
I could see that happening. I mean, there's always accusations that Chinese hackers are breaking into like certain activists' email accounts.
Wow.
So,
Bummer.
yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who signed up for Ashley Madison thinking, oh, this is totally safe. They said it's completely secret and they'll keep me anonymous. And it's like, they just don't know that it's like, you know, that stuff's online 24 hours a day.
That's the way the
Everyone at
internet
Ashley
works.
Madison goes to sleep. It's like somebody's there hacking away at it.
Everyone at Ashley Madison goes to sleep
They do. With other people.
The people they find on the website.
for $20.
Oh.
Did you ever hear about the Brazilian dudes who rented a house And over the course of like 3 weeks,
Racist orgy?
they had a racist orgy. They tunneled 2 city blocks to a vault and emptied out the vault.
From the
Got,
house?
Like $68 million.
Was that in
It's
England?
a while ago now. I think it was like
Okay.
2011 that it happened, but it just resurfaced as one of those like.
What do they
things.
use?
They posed as like some kind of
Spoons.
like demolition or restoration company or something like that, where they would just haul materials out of there all day long, and they were constantly hauling out materials.
That reminds me of 2 different stories I want to talk about now. The first one was there was a
Crazy
heist
though.
in the UK. It was less than a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, where a group of people did something similar. They got a business close to a bank, and they had planned this whole like Ocean's 11 type heist, where they had started digging underground to get into the bank's vault. Like they knew where the vault was, and then once they were close and they knew they were about to get in, they took out all the electricity in that part of the city, so there was no electricity, no alarms worked. They finished tunneling in, got all the stuff over like a 3-day holiday weekend, then took off. And then by the time the bank came back in after the weekend, they were like, "Oh, all our shit's gone." Oh, and they realized like, "Oh, these guys took the power out and had this long
God.
elaborate scheme."
Well,
to,
do they not put like
to
the
get that.
same material as the wall on the floor as well?
Or why not have a generator?
But like, what's the floor of a bank vault made of? Sand? How are
Linoleum.
they getting in?
But that also reminds me of the Mexican drug lord El Chapo who just broke out.
Yeah,
Chapo.
He was I was
laugh about it.
I was
Look,
watching.
she's the one laughing about it, Chapo.
There was a
El Chapo.
one of the shows left that I do
El
actually
Chapo.
watch every week is Last Week Tonight, and they had a segment about it. And this guy's specialty, what he was known for, was digging tunnels.
Really?
He has broken out of custody before by digging tunnels under bathrooms,
Shouldn't
which
he
is
be like
exactly what happened
El
this time.
Digo then?
Very good.
Yeah.
Then they showed the tunnel that he escaped via. It was like a mile long. It went to a house.
What?
He dug a mile?
He didn't dig it. Other people did it. They had put down rail tracks in the tunnel
Oh my
for a
God.
modified rail cart that ran off of a modified motorcycle. That way, as they were digging, they put the stuff in the cart, use the motorcycle to take it back and take it out. Like you said, like they're doing demolition.
That's elaborate.
They dug a fucking mile tunnel. He hired
built a
engineers.
railroad.
It's a huge tunnel. It's not like he crawled. It's not like he Shawshanked it. Yeah. I
Is
mean,
it?
Oh wow, that's a nice tunnel.
I don't even think that's the one. That's another tunnel he did.
That looks like a Rainbow Six map.
That's some of his previous work.
That's before he went pro.
Wow.
And it's like you've got a dude in prison who's known for digging. You're not going to check that?
Just put him in a cage in the sky. That's what I would do. Like when you get Magneto, you
Like
put him in the
David
glass,
Blaine.
Yeah, you put him
Yeah.
in the glass case or the plastic case, and you put him underground. And that's
Yeah.
it.
And then he pulls your blood out.
That was dumb.
What do you even use to dig? Oh, in
Shovel.
jail.
Well, he didn't do it.
He didn't
They
do it. There's people on the outside.
How do you know they were doing it? They would just come give him status reports. He probably had
Probably.
like fucking blueprints out in like the common area.
I like the idea of the
sketch-
security
Yeah.
guards walking by his cell and just see him wearing like a foreman outfit, just like checking off stuff. Like, what are you doing?
Milwaukee.
Nothing.
Or if he's a contractor, he's not answering his phone,
Yeah.
not doing a fucking thing. But they had another story also on. I'm on a Last Week Tonight kick now. They had another story talking about food waste in the United States.
Oh, I think I saw that, but I didn't watch it.
It was really, really interesting. So there were a lot of interesting stats. By the way, I have El Chapo's modified motorcycle here.
God, that was
with
bad.
the,
It's like
the
something out of a
rail car.
movie.
Yeah, it's got. You can see the little white thing on top. That's a gas can. Like they would fill the gas on there.
What the fuck is that?
It's his
Well, I
modified
can explain to the
motorcycle.
audio listeners. We're looking at like the back half of a motorcycle, which has been chopped off and welded to what is looks like a rail cart. It looks like that thing you get at Home Depot where you put like planks in it or whatever.
Yep.
The shopping
Looks
cart
like
you never
something out of
use.
Dead Rising.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's like-
does. Looks like some out of the Road Warrior.
Um,
The whole time he's digging out, there's a dude on top of the prison like playing a flaming guitar. Like that's it to keep everybody motivated.
to get back to the food thing, the most interesting thing I thought that they talked about was they talked about sell by and use by dates on food.
I don't believe in any of those. I just eat it, especially if I'm going to cook it.
Not federally regulated.
Good.
The sell by and use by dates are determined by the manufacturer or the producer of the food, and they're arbitrarily chosen.
Yeah.
There's no science behind it.
I've always believed those.
They
people total
choose
bullshit.
those dates in order to try to incent stores and people to throw the products away to go buy more.
So
I'd
they
love
bring the sell by
conspiracy.
date forward.
Forward.
So that they expire quicker.
No, so that they expire quicker. So
Yeah, because I've
ridiculous.
had milk like way after the expiration date, and it's totally fine.
Yeah,
I
they said
don't
that there's
trust
only
any
one
of that.
food. There's only one food in America that has its use
wait.
by date federally regulated.
Let's think about this. What is that? What would be the one food that has its use by date federally
Meat?
regulated?
Tampons.
Food.
I think some type of meat.
Okay, I'm gonna say beef as well. That seems like highly regulated.
Baby formula.
Amen. Okay, that
wow.
makes sense.
Wow.
That's it.
And that's like 2 years.
right. Everything else is just like open game.
They added that to medicine at some point too, where it's now medicines expire as well.
Yeah, I think they say eventually medicine becomes less powerful.
It'll just
less
become
effective.
less potent or
Right.
whatever. Just
So it doesn't
take it.
I think
age well with like wine.
No.
Do you know that ketchup essentially never expires?
Why?
Did you know honey
It
never
just doesn't.
spoils?
Hey,
It just doesn't expire.
nice one, Gus.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
one.
Call back. Go watch an old podcast.
I've actually used that so many times where it's like, is this honey any good? It's like, yeah, it doesn't spoil ever.
Didn't you throw out honey though?
Yeah, because it's all crystallized, and I didn't want to like. I mean, it was.
don't wanna
it was
heat it
also,
up?
might have had some ants in it. Stuff like that too.
I would call that spoiled.
Crystallized.
That's
I just
called
don't want to
ruined.
go through the trouble of like
I'm always-
reconstituting it. Or
You just
whatever.
need to reheat it.
I'm always concerned
Rather
by
than that.
expiration dates that are so far ahead, though. Like, I don't like that I can buy milk, and I've never seen this in England. I can buy milk that expires 2 months from when I buy it.
Yeah.
And you can't do that with milk. Like, I'm used to having milk last like 3 or 4
is it,
days.
is it the
Milk
one
in
in
the
the red
USA?
carton?
Yeah, that
I
Horizon
know that
stuff.
one. Yeah.
There's milk in the USA that does that now too. Yeah. It's like 2 months out.
Yeah, but I mean, in England, we have the milkman who like delivers milk every morning, right? And
Yeah.
then it's dead in like 3 days because it's just milk.
Right.
How does milk last 2 months? I wouldn't drink
Have
2
I-
month old
Preservatives.
milk.
Have I ever mentioned that? But that one he's talking about is like organic, whatever that means. Have I ever mentioned how I have trouble tasting spoiled milk?
Oh
No, I
no,
don't
you have
think
trouble?
so.
You really? Because I was gonna say, just don't eat stuff that's spoiled. That's, I mean,
Yeah,
you
like-
can tell if something
That's
is
what
rotten.
bad
Yeah, the
smell is
second you
for,
put it in
right?
your mouth.
Evolutionary, it's like if it smells bad, you know not to eat it.
One time.
And by the way, when you go to steakhouse, that's like that steak's been sitting out for like 60 days.
yeah, dry aged means rotten.
Yeah, and they just cut off the moldy part and they serve you the middle part,
Just like mom used to
and they
make.
cook it. They cook it.
One time a couple years ago, I poured myself a glass of milk, and I was
Milk.
drinking it, and I thought
I like that you say milk and not milk.
milk.
I know
Milk.
A lot of people say milk.
I was drinking this glass of milk, and I thought
Say
it
milk.
tasted kind of sweet. I was like, this milk tastes a little weird, like it's a little sweet. So I called my wife over. I called Esther over. I was like, can you taste this milk? Does it taste weird to you? Does it taste different to you? And I'm in the kitchen. She takes a drink of the milk and then immediately spits it all out into the sink. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what? Is there something with the milk? She thought I was playing a trick on her.
Oh, she
was like,
fucked with you?
She was like, this milk's really spoiled. I said, is it? She goes, yeah. Why don't you look at the date on the carton? And it was like a couple of weeks past.
Wait, how could you not smell it?
I was like, oh, I guess I was just drinking it and I didn't notice. I thought it tasted a little sweet.
Milk kicks up a right pong. When
It
was
also
like
must
that.
have been curdling by
yeah,
then
she was
too.
like, it's practically solid.
Oh
it
my
came out
God.
club. I thought those were ice cubes.
I had no idea. I was just drinking it.
Fuck,
So
it's
we
really
can,
thick at the bottom.
We can test this out, right?
No, I'm absolutely not going to do that.
Why not?
I did not feel well later that day. I didn't taste it, but I definitely was affected
So what if
by
we
it.
did it like a little sip test?
No.
You don't have to
I
chug
don't.
it.
I can't. I can't.
God, it's disgusting.
You know what the
Barbara's
big
giving
one is for
concerned
me
look.
is eggs. I don't think I've let eggs go like a week or two past the date, and they're always fine.
Yeah,
They're eggs. Also, I don't
What do you mean
refrigerate
they're eggs? It's
I don't
like-
refrigerate eggs either.
they're eggs.
I don't refrigerate eggs, and I don't refrigerate butter.
You shouldn't refrigerate butter.
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
madness.
I don't understand
No,
why
you
people
can't
do it.
spread it. It just tears through your toast.
Yeah, margarine.
A square. You have like a little square.
Have you ever heard that thing about the
Don't
way
eat margarine. It's gross.
eggs
Too late.
are processed in the United States versus the way eggs are processed in Europe?
What?
They come out of chickens.
So we have a higher rate of salmonella via eggs in the United States than Europe. And the reason is, this is going to sound absolutely crazy, but I guarantee this is true. I read this. So it must be true. In the United States, once eggs are harvested from the chickens, they're washed with water and some solution to remove like whatever goop is on them, and then they're packaged.
Vag goop.
In Europe, they're packaged with that goop on. That goop is what helps stop salmonella and some types of bacteria from forming. So the fact that our eggs are washed after they're harvested causes us to get sicker from them.
See,
Weird.
sometimes it's good not to be a germaphobe.
Yeah. But in this
It's
case, it's
essential.
like goop.
Egg,
What
I'm
does
gonna-
the egg look like when you get an egg in Europe? What does it look like? Is it
egg
goopy?
goop. I'm going to look it up.
No, they look the same.
Looks the same, right?
I mean, I'm sure they go through like some bristles or something, like a brush or something. Well, why is the goop on the outside of the egg anyway?
What does that mean?
Well, like what? Surely there's no placenta. Surely that's in the egg, isn't it?
Listen,
Wait,
if you're
how does it-
passing an egg, you're going to want some lubrication. in
Is
that
there a
process.
placenta if you lay an egg?
What?
There's no placenta, right? If you
No,
lay
the
an egg?
placenta's in the egg
Right. No, wait. Why is it in the egg?
because it feeds the chicken.
No, yeah, yeah.
That's what the purpose of the egg.
So then it disconnects when a shell goes around it.
A fertilized egg is dramatically different than a non-fertilized
Not
egg.
dramatically different. It's just got
Pretty fucking different.
One
'cause
has
there's
a
goddamn
chicken
in it.
inside.
Yeah.
One
Look,
doesn't.
visually,
You
not
eat,
that
I'll tell you
different.
what. I'll eat an unfertilized egg. You eat a fertilized egg. You tell me how dramatically different they are.
What's that stuff? The fetus stuff?
What is that called? What's it called?
fetus?
Something with a B?
Balut. Thank
I
you.
think we asked this question last time.
It's called a bloot.
A
Balut.
Balut.
Balut. That's
And
like the
one
name
of the
of
U's
a
has an
Jungle
umlaut.
Book character.
So I'm looking at the.
It's all crunchy.
Wait.
Fertilized.
Wait. So there's no placenta on an unfertilized egg,
No.
but there is a placenta on the inside.
I don't know that, but I'm
a
assuming
fertilized
so.
egg.
The placenta.
I thought placenta was the link
first of all,
between.
If there is even a placenta in birds, I don't know that there is. 'Cause
That's
they
why
have
I'm
eggs.
asking.
They
That's
have
what I'm
fucking
asking
eggs.
you.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Because that's the
Because
link
it's like the
between
egg
mother and
sac or
child.
egg
like the
feeds-
egg, right?
That's what feeds the fetus.
The egg feeds it.
Yeah. That's meant to be. That's a wholly enclosed thing.
Listen, the stork brings the chickens
There we go.
that are
So
fully
the yolk,
born.
the yolk is not there, or the baby's the yolk.
I think the baby feeds off the yolk, I believe.
But he isn't the yolk.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Man, we sound like fucking idiots.
Yeah, we do.
So
Is-
I'm looking at the food
Is a
safety
baby yolk?
the Food Safety Authority of Ireland,
Yeah.
the official Irish food safety website. They say, is the washing of eggs recommended? No,
Because washing. Oh yeah.
because washing may aid the transfer of harmful bacteria like salmonella from the outside to the inside of the egg.
Gavin, you'll be having
Interesting.
another Google ask the question: is yolk a baby chicken? Yolk, the yellow inner part of the egg where the embryo will form. The yolk contains the food that will nourish the embryo as it grows. Label this. Oh, this is kind of web instruction here. Label the 10 days thing. So it's a enchanted learning site. What are you really eating? Yeah, so the yolk is what feeds the developing
just-
chicken fetus.
Fetal food.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know what the egg white's called?
The albumin.
It is.
One more time.
Albumin.
Is it in front of you on that page?
Albumin. No, that's what it's called.
So
Are you saying aluminum?
It's ALBUMEN, I believe. Albumin.
From the egg is such a bunch of tin foil.
Sam on our website, Sam892 says that El Chapo sounds like the best Minecraft player ever.
He does.
Totally had the rail system going underground and
someone
everything.
He has a
names their
diamond
character that.
pickaxe.
Do
figured out redstone.
Albumin.
Since we are already doing it, do you guys want to play Gavin or Google?
I think.
Yay!
All right, let's play Gavin or Google. We said we'd
Been a
bring it back
while.
tonight.
Crank
All
it
right.
up.
Do we have
I
an
think
Do you
intro?
have our theme song?
It's been over a year. It's been since
I wonder if
ITX.
Patrick has it on the go. Let's see if he's got it.
Oh,
He doesn't
Go for
have it.
I think you have to sing it then.
Barbara, you have to sing it.
No,
All right,
it's
go for
Bernie's
it.
song.
That's not a song, really. You ready? Sing it with me.
You want to just get it off YouTube and
Is
play?
it Gavin or Google? Google or Gavin? Is that how it
Which one done it?
goes? Done it.
We are
Who done
rusty.
it?
What is it? It's
Gavin
Gavin or
or
Google?
Google?
Google or
or
Gavin?
Gavin?
Which one said it? Let's find out. Hey!
I'm feeling lucky.
All right. Okay. If you've never played Gavin or
did
Google
I
before,
say?
the rules are very simple. I take a 3 or 4 letter word phrase. I type into the popular search engine Google. I see what the most popular autocomplete or one of the most popular autocompletes for that 3 or 4 word phrase is. I also then take that same 3 or 4 word phrase and I give it to Gavin Free, and he tries to complete it himself. And then we try to figure out who said it.
You got to the point where now you have to show me the ones that you found, so I don't laugh when you read them out.
Google or yeah.
Did he
So
show
now
them
I
to
show
you?
Gavin the actual ones. All right.
still
Are you
gonna
guys
laugh.
ready?
Yes.
Yes. Do
So it's me versus Gus.
you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Well, I mean, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah. I feel like we should determine now before we hear the first one.
You go first.
I'll go first.
What is that? Dummy.
What?
No, my thing's being dumb. I upgraded my OS, and so it's like I got a message from this thing. I'm looking up the thing I sent to Gavin. It's like trying to get verification. All right, the first phrase is, "Why can't I? Why can't I?
Nice 2-shot there.
Why can't I?" Okay. The first one is, "Why can't I poop without wiping anymore? Why can't I poop without wiping anymore?"
The any more interesting.
Why
Okay.
can't I poop without wiping?
The other one
anymore?
is, "Why can't I ever see the moon? Why can't I ever
Wow.
see the moon?"
Oh, I thought the anymore at the end of the first one was going to be telling. But then the moon, that's also really stupid. I'm going to go with the wiping anymore is Gavin. No. I'm trying not to look at you, Gavin. I don't want to get you. Yeah, I'm going to go wiping anymore, Gavin.
Barbara,
I'm gonna do the same thing.
you each get a point.
Yes.
This might be easy. This might be slam dunks because we haven't done this in a while.
Because I don't
So,
even understand the
Gavin.
sense of that question.
Anymore.
Why can't I poop without wiping
I'm saying,
anymore?
like I used to do perfect poos. Like you'd poo one out, you'd wipe, nothing there.
How
Job
long?
done.
How long? What was your streak?
But
I-
wait, you
I'm-
can't do that
What was
anymore?
your
No,
zero streak?
I'm wondering if it's just like since moving to America and like American food, it's just messier dumps. Like, how often do you have a perfect poo?
I'm not discussing this with you, but thank you for asking me. I appreciate you including me.
I don't
in
think
the
I've ever had a
conversation.
perfect poop.
I think maybe like once or twice in my life.
No, seriously, how
It must
long?
be an
How long
American
did you
thing.
go?
What do you mean?
Like your whole life until you moved here?
No, I'd get them regularly though. Like sometimes you'd have a messy one, but usually it'd be like.
Oh, I have 0 white poops
You do?
to this day. Yeah, some, not all,
Yeah.
but some.
Yeah, I just feel like it doesn't happen to me anymore, and I'm kind of sad by it.
Some, it's never ending. It's just like
There's-
wiping them.
Are they just not as firm anymore?
I don't know.
What about your sperm?
I said firm, not as firm.
Jeez.
Do you not have sperm in your
You know what
shit
your problem
anymore?
is?
You're not
Mega,
mistaken.
mega anal. That's your
Yeah.
problem.
And then sometimes you get like anal scissors.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, you're just like you're not even done like pushing it out, and then your anus is like, "Oop." It's like, oh, I didn't want to cut it there.
Gavin, your anus breathes
Why do
and
you
it
care
cuts off.
where
You
it
have
cuts?
no control over your own anus. That's what I'm learning about you today.
Well, I mean, like sometimes you might.
You inadvertently suck in air.
I have a request from the people watching. Could
Yeah, go ahead.
someone cut together a video of every time Gavin has said anus on the podcast?
No, you don't have
Please.
that much time.
I don't think there's a
5
hard
hour
drive big enough to store all that.
I don't think so either.
All right, so we both have one.
So this reminds me though, it's like the big discussion that always comes up that always like are people always amazed by when they find out that basically half the world sits down to wipe their butt and the other half of the world stands up to wipe their butt. And the one half of the world doesn't know that the other half of the world
People
exists.
stand up to wipe
There you
their
go,
butt.
right there it is. You
People
probably
sit down to wipe their butt?
Wait,
They don't know that they don't know the other half of the world
What?
exists.
You stand
you
up?
stand up?
Yeah.
But
I don't want to get my
your anus.
I don't want to get my butt
It's a
in
very
the toilet,
passionate
or my
debate
head
whenever
in
it
the
comes
toilet.
up.
It's like trying to pull luggage through a closed door.
This is our day now. It's
You're
gonna
not
be this our
standing up
day.
perfectly straight.
Why would you not want to clean the
Okay,
widest
is there anyone here?
opening?
I'm feeling a little weird right now. Is there anyone here who stands up to wipe their butt?
No
Cole's
one
raising
said
their
it.
hand.
People are
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
A lot of
good,
people in
good.
the
See?
control room. About half the people stand up to wipe
You
their
all
butt.
are fired. Leave. Filthy.
But okay, if you're sitting down while you're wiping, doesn't your hand go like in the toilet? Like
Yeah, but
I-
it doesn't
how
go
do
in
you
the
get-
water.
how do
Yeah,
you
you're
get
not like
under
fucking
there?
splashing it down there.
Yeah, but then you have to like lift one
Every
sheet.
time I bring this up, it's the same debate.
No,
People lose
here's
their
what you
shit
do.
over
Here's
it.
what you do when you wipe.
A.
Demonstrate.
Little shimmy forward, and maybe like a side lean.
Give a
and
little
just-
lean.
Yeah. You don't dunk your hand into the toilet and then smear it all over your anus.
Well, I feel like the lean is not as.
Do you want me
like,
to demonstrate for you?
Yeah.
So, but you basically what happens to you is you stand up, your butt cheeks close over your anus,
I don't stand up.
smooshing anything that may still be
You're
in there, like a
standing, but
Grogan.
you're leaned over still.
And then you gotta deal with like side cheek smear.
Here's
Not
the
gonna-
whole
everyone
point.
does it differently.
Here's the thing is that the thing is that never comes up in conversation, but then when people realize that the other half of the world does it the other way, everyone is super offended about the way that
Yeah.
everyone else wipes.
I
their butt.
gotta try it. I gotta try it.
You don't stand up straight though. That's the thing that I think
I'm
you're
positive
picturing.
we talked about this on the podcast before.
No way. No
You're
way.
leaning over still. You're just stood up.
The comments are split down the
Of
middle.
course, no
People
pun
are
intended.
At war.
I could have sworn we talked about this before. This is absolutely, it's right down the middle of the world, and people get very upset when they find this out that the other half of the world wipes their butt a different
I
way.
just want to know who's agreeing with me. That's all I care about.
It's
Here's-
half the world agrees with you.
Right.
Because I feel really weird being around
When
you guys.
humans-
It's the same with the peeing in the shower thing. You guys giving me shit about that.
When humans were first about, they'd like dig a hole in the floor, squat down, poo between their feet, and then just wipe leaves and then get up.
They were standing up though.
No, they weren't standing up. No, they were crouched.
They weren't
squatting.
sitting on a toilet seat.
They were squatting down.
They weren't shitting standing up.
They didn't just walk around and be like,
Yeah, but are
like,
you
make, like
sit-
one of those pasta rollers.
The fuck train wants you to know that he stands up like a boss, like you.
I
He
just
wants
got
to
a
know.
notification from Twitter from Aaron saying that just found out on the RT podcast that B. Dunkelman wiped standing up. It's over between us. Cool.
So here's the other thing that I've
Now
discovered.
I know about you.
which freaks people out when you say it. But it's not 50-50. It's about 80-20, maybe 90-10. But there are people that, like, when they hear this fact, there'll always be, like, somebody in a group of people that's like, what are you talking about? There is a group of people in the world that think that peanut butter is green.
What?
Shut
Yeah.
up.
There are people that
Shut
think
Yeah,
your
because they're
face.
colorblind.
there are people who think that peanut butter is green. It's something about color blindness and the consistency or the shininess of peanut butter that they register it as being green. And you have to explain to them that it's not green. And even though they're colorblind in a certain way, they will absolutely say the peanut
It's
butter
just like
is
that
green.
stupid dress all over again.
Yeah, I guess it would be like the dress a little bit. Yeah, it's like the dress and the wiping the butt thing. I think I made the same comparison around that same point in time. All right, next topic.
My world's over. I don't know how we're going to finish this.
I don't know how we're gonna finish it either after we did that. Okay, next topic.
Wait, are we ever gonna mention the fact that people can't see the moon? Like, what is that about?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Why can't I ever see the moon?
Yeah.
That was like the 4th most popular search. Why can't I ever see the moon?
What was
Did
the
it go into
answer?
detail like once a month I can't see the moon?
No, just ever. They just can't see it.
They're just not
It is
looking
good.
in the right direction, maybe.
Well, this will go along with that one. I had to save the last one because the last one's the most difficult in terms of our game.
Okay.
But this one is not as difficult.
Well, I'm
So-
going first.
But it's kind of a little similar.
No, I'm going first.
You went
No,
first.
you are.
So I go first.
Is there really? The phrase that we're going to use for Gavin or Google is there really? ... Is there really?
Is there really? Okay.
Gus, one of the answers was, is there really nothing that rhymes with orange?
Okay.
Barbara, one of the other phrases was, is there really 2 suns? Suns with a U.
Is there really 2
2
suns?
suns. Is there really 2
What was
suns?
the first one again?
Is there really nothing that rhymes with orange?
Okay.
I'm gonna say, is there really nothing that rhymes with orange? Is Gavin?
See, that was my first inclination.
But
But is there really 2 suns seems ridiculous enough that I'm going to have to give that one to Gavin.
Okay. Barbara, you get a point.
Deeply
Yes.
offended. See, that's what I'm worried about with this feature is that some of Google is so dumb that I don't think I could even ever... 2 sons? Who do you think I am? What school did
Here's
you
what
think
I
I
want to
went
know
to?
about that search. Is that a accusation that someone thinks is there really 2 suns and you're
Right.
hiding it from me? Or are they asking, is like they being incredulous, like, someone told me there's 2 suns.
Yeah.
Is there really 2 suns?
Also, it's wrong. Like, do they mean in the solar system? Or do they
don't know.
mean...
I don't
Are they
know.
worried that there's only 2 suns ever?
I don't know. Just like, I think they saw Star Wars. and they thought, well, they had to film Star Wars on Earth somewhere.
That was in Tunisia, right?
It was in Tunisia. So there's 2 suns in
Too soon.
Tunisia.
The 2.
2 suns.
Tunisia.
Oh, right, from Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Duh, that's why it's called
There's
that.
2 suns and
Tunisia
2
is the
Tunisias.
local dialect for sun.
All right, so Gus, you are currently behind.
All right. That's where I
You're
like to be.
currently behind. Barbara is leading 2-1.
as per usual.
And as per usual, Gavin or Google will last exactly 3 rounds. Unless there's a tie, in which case there will be a tie.
We have prepared.
In which case, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. All right, now this one can be a little insensitive. The phrase is do midgets. And I know that's not the proper term. I'm just going to say it because that's what Google returned on these. Do midgets. Do
But you
midgets.
typed it in. ...
Nah, this is a funny story. Do midgets.
Do midgets.
Gus, the first phrase is, do midgets ever see bald spots?
Oh, okay.
Do midgets ever see bald spots?
Fair
And
play.
Barbara,
Fair play.
the other phrase is, do midgets have knees? Do midgets have knees? Gus, I'm going to let you take this since you are going for the win.
Oh, they both could be Gavin.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm going to go with... Oh. God, I don't know. This is a hard one. I'm going to go with bald spots for Gavin.
Okay, Barbara, what are you going to do?
Barbara's broken.
Barbara's lost it. Do midgets ever see bald spots?
Do midgets ever see bald spots?
Or do they?
Don't look at him. You can't look at him. It's
Okay.
cheating.
Or do midgets
midgets
have knees?
Yeah.
Do they have knees?
I'm gonna say, do midgets have knees? Is Gavin.
We have a tie.
Damn it!
Gus caught up. Do midgets have knees was Google. People on Google want to know if midgets have knees. Little
To be
people
fair
have
to
knees.
Google, to be fair to them, I did once know a dwarf whose legs were on backwards.
What does that mean?
Their feet were the wrong way around.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a totally different condition.
I don't think that has to do with being a midget or not.
Dwarf's
Or
not a
a
midget.
small
Two different
person.
things.
Is it?
Midgets typically associated with someone who's a little person. A dwarfism is a totally different thing. It's like shorter limbs. so-
Dwarfism is like in itself a condition with a specific name. But I think
Is that-
midget isn't that just the generic term for someone who's
I
small?
would say, well, midget's
like
not,
the
a
most
midget's not
offensive
like
term.
an official scientific term. At least it's not anymore. Maybe at one point it was, but it's not anymore.
That was in Ricky Gervais's episode of The Simpsons. There was like a show in the background called Midget or Dwarf. And what they bring.
Really? Of The Simpsons?
Yeah.
All right.
Because he wrote that episode that one time.
Did he really?
Did you ever see that one?
That's
Is,
why.
is that the one he was in?
Yeah.
Everyone
Where
on
he's playing the
Twitter is calling
guitar all
him
the
cunt.
time? And
Yeah, he was trying to like seduce Marge.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of question is can midgets see bald spots?
I just like they never see the top of anyone's head.
what if they see the top of a shorter midget's head?
There you go.
Or it's just like
We've
because
solved
of
the
their
problem.
genetic
You're driving
makeup,
me
they can't see
crazy.
bald
All right.
spots.
Oh, it's gonna fall thing. All right. Well, that does it for this episode of Gavin or Google. We came in with a tie.
Tie.
Damn.
What a comeback.
When I come back to a tie.
Did I talk about my genius watch idea for
No.
flights? Did I talk about that on the podcast?
No, what's
I
your
don't
genius
think so.
idea?
So
I believe he said genius.
it's kind of confusing
Genius.
when you're on a flight trying to figure out what time you're going to land because your watch is wrong. So wouldn't it be cool if the watch knew what time it was and how long your flight was to the point where it would speed up time as you fly or slow it down so it is the correct time when you land? So like if you were traveling
But
To
you'd
the-
have to tell it.
to the east, you as soon as you take off, your second hand would be like, and it would speed up, and minutes would be going faster, so that by the time you land, say 6-hour time zone has changed.
But
But
what
you
if your
wouldn't have
flight
it-
takes longer or shorter than it was anticipated to take?
Or you won't have
What
an
does it be
accurate
GPS?
representation of the time while you're in the air.
It would just be like a prediction, and like it would correct properly when you land. But it'd be cool to see it. It'd be cool like flying the other way and watching seconds just take forever.
Be a lot nicer to have it speed up. That would make the flight seem faster
Yeah,
rather than slow down. It's only been 5 minutes.
it's like when you fly to LA, you typically land like
An hour
an
after you took
hour
off.
after you took off, even though it's a 3-hour flight. So it would be like a really slow hour.
Yeah.
I would just like that app. It'd be interesting to me,
I
especially
saw-
when you cross the date line. It would like.
You shouldn't
You'd
have
have to
said it
totally
on the
fucked up.
podcast. Should have saved that idea
I want
for
someone to
yourself.
make it. I'd use it.
I saw today I saw a Kickstarter for what someone billed as the ultimate travel hoodie. Or is it the ultimate travel
Does
jacket?
it have like fans and batteries in it or something?
It's got like pockets for all your different gadgets.
Like an iPad.
Yeah, it's got like it's got a pocket for your iPhone. It's got like built-in headphones. It's got like a little pocket up here on the inside for a little bottle of water. It has built-in gloves in case your hands get cold. And it's got a hoodie, but the hoodie has a built-in neck pillow. And it's got a built-in eye mask to cover your eyes when you sleep. I think they wanted I don't remember how much they wanted. I think they wanted they wanted $20,000 for their Kickstarter. And with 44 days left, or when I looked earlier, they were already at $900,000.
Oh
Whoa.
my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for them.
I forgot what it's called. It was the ultimate travel jacket or the ultimate travel hoodie.
I mean, I wouldn't want one just on principle of
I wanted
look
it
like a.
until I
idiot.
remembered what a piece of shit the coin is. And I'm never pre-ordering anything again because those fucking criminals who should be sued took my money and gave me a product that doesn't work.
Well,
So you have your coin now?
I
it's
do,
garbage.
I do want to say the coin is not a crowdfunded product.
Garbage.
It seems like a crowdfunded product, but it's not.
I think it,
No, it
it
is,
did have
though.
a crowdfunded round.
They just did it themselves. They didn't use Kickstarter, but they had to raise all that money to make it.
right.
I
So
thought it
it's
was just a bunch of
crowdfunded.
pre-orders.
It just looked like crowdfunded. But
It was crowdfunded.
It was
They
just pre-orders.
They didn't make
Yeah.
a single one until they had all of the money to make it.
You couldn't like pay more and get like one that worked. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? You just ordered the thing. I don't know if that's crowdfunding or pre-order.
Yeah, you didn't have different
It's
perks
crowdfunding.
or different levels.
It's crowdfunding.
Yeah, there were no stretch goals, I guess.
So
Yeah,
how often does yours work?
Once.
Really?
One fucking time. The first time I used it, it worked.
What he's
Really?
not saying is that it was only that one time he tried it.
Garbage, and
one
I
out of
hope it
one.
fucking...
What do you hope it does, Gus?
I don't want to say it.
You were
can
were
get a
actually
refund?
less mad when you didn't have it. Like if they never shipped it to
If
you.
they never shipped it, it would have been fine.
Really?
No, you would have been angry about it.
He would have been this angry though.
No, they gave me a product that literally doesn't work.
Here's what happened to Gus. Can you hand me that opener? Here's what happened to Gus. Is they made him go to a store and get in a scenario where he was embarrassed, and that's the worst.
Repeatedly.
Gross.
So now Bernie said he couldn't believe I still keep using it. And I said the reason I keep using it is anger.
Are you really?
Like I'm just so fucking mad. Every time it doesn't work, I'm like, good.
What causes it to not work? It's
I
just
don't know.
magnetic stripe rewriting, right? Every time.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know if it doesn't rewrite the. Give him the real one.
Good lord.
No, I like watching this.
The decapitator's been fucked up for a while.
There we go.
There you go. It just doesn't work. It just like they swipe it and it doesn't read. It's
So
swipe,
surely
swipe,
you can
swipe.
just get a refund,
It's fine.
can't you?
No. I don't
Why?
think they give refunds. Do
Why?
they? I'll find out.
Surely
Fuck
they give
'em.
a refund if it's broken.
They sure will apply it to your
Broken
card.
piece of shit.
And you know, it's one of those things too. It's like I put credit card numbers into that thing. Can I get my credit card numbers back out of that? Because I don't trust anything to not be hacked.
Hey baby,
you?
hey baby. My coin transmitted my credit card number to Ashley Madison. It wasn't me. The thing's broken. It's a piece of shit. I've been complaining about it. You know.
They're in cahoots.
fucking garbage.
So I had a conversation with Gavin today, thinking, should we have like a company meeting? Like, what if somebody's name turns up on the Ashley Madison thing? Like, what? I mean, chances are
We
have, as of today, at the company, we have 112 people that work here.
That's crazy, but
Somebody's name could pop up on that list if it gets released. It could be somebody's name on there.
Yeah.
What do we do about that?
So
Nothing.
what you're
That's
saying is, what do we do when your name pops up on there?
No. I already have Gus's excuse.
Okay.
Somebody, clearly, because we talked about the podcast, clearly somebody found my credit card and my home address, and then decided to use it only to enter my information into Ashley Madison.
Of course.
You wouldn't have to do anything, right? It's a personal issue, personal matter.
All right. I'm just saying. Would we help them through that?
You mean
Because-
it would be bad PR, essentially?
I'm not worried about PR. I'm worried about like somebody that we know going through like a very public thing. That would be
Person's
nothing.
mental health
stuff happens to people. Anyway,
Nobody gives a shit.
stuff does happen to
I
people.
mean, people care.
Stuff
But
happens. to
People care
That's
for
the
a very
next
small
t-shirt.
amount of time.
Yeah.
Very small amount of time. We were talking about.
There's also probably
I've-
not something you would want anyone to care about. You wouldn't want it brought up or be like, "Oh, you okay that this happened?" You
You're
wouldn't want
okay, you cheating, lying scum?
You want to come on? You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
that. I would love to see a list of excuses for that, though.
Yeah, that would be
I
interesting.
feel like that's a video we should make.
It is. good short.
Reasons my name was on Ashley Madison.
All right, it's gonna be fascinating to see like why what people do with that information and what comes of it.
What were you
Because
gonna
you know
say?
what? I know everyone's gonna read it. It's gonna be like the next what was the cell phone hack? The
Oh.
Oh.
whatever it was. The what do they call it? Mega hack or whatever they call
Was
it?
it
Fappening.
the iCloud?
I never called. I don't think the official name was the fappening. Was it?
I mean, it kind of was.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what they called it in the media.
All right, fair enough.
And the fappening part too.
Oh, this came up I was on vacation last week, but we recorded the podcast early.
Where'd you go?
I went to the Gulf Coast. We got a house on the Gulf Coast. Like I had a house with my former brother-in-law.
Was it subpar?
What does that mean?
Golf. Par.
It was a golf joke.
What is
Oh.
the
Like
golf? Oh, golf.
Golf.
That was a fucking stretch. That was like 3 puns lined up.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Anyway,
The pun was like
sorry
a
for her.
bridge.
we know Mark. He plays the voice of
Yeah.
Delta. And I've known Mark since in high school. And we went with, he went, my kids went, Ashley, and then my triplet nieces and nephew went. So we were there for a week in a house, like right on the beach. So like you walked out the door and walked down the beach. And I did something, Gavin, that you would love. We went out one morning, and there were dolphins in the Gulf, like out like 100 feet from shore. There was like a pod of dolphins.
Dolphins?
Dolphins? Thanks. So I flew the drone out over the dolphins, over the pod of
Oh, you
dolphins.
did?
Yeah. Like just like we set it up super fast and flew the drone out over there, over the dolphins.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was a little conscious of it though because drones are getting to be like really annoying really
Yeah.
quickly. Like you hear in California, there was a wildfire, and it leapt like onto the freeway and caught cars on fire on the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the firefighters came with helicopters to try to put out the fire, they had to leave because a bunch of civilian drones were in the way.
What, like flying around the fire?
Yeah, people were just filming the fire or whatever. And they said that's the reason why they left. And they're now asking for permission to be able to like shoot down
Yeah,
drones.
you
Well,
think
they
they would
should
just
ha- they
like
should all
spray
have-
it with the hose, just
Whatever.
knock it out of
They
the
should
air.
all have like a chip that the emergency services can activate, and they all just drop out of the sky.
It's so funny you say that
Like
because
an EMP.
they do have a chip. There's a chip in a drone to where there's areas like I can't fly my drone around an airport because that would
Yeah.
obviously cause a problem. If I could fly a drone like into the path of a 747 or something. So there's a chip that's like that disables it from flying in certain areas. And the firefighters and emergency crews should just be able to activate that signal,
Yeah.
and
Right,
broadcast
like
that signal.
there's
Deploy
one
a
on
dome.
every fire truck.
Yeah.
And it's like they just we're going out, yeah, bam, and it creates like a 200-foot radius. or
If there
something.
was no fires currently, and I was driving the fire truck, I would just hunt drones, watch them fall out of the sky.
We did this thing where we went
Gavin
to
Free, drone hunter.
Fort Morgan, Alabama, which is like that little nub of Alabama that like goes down to the Gulf. And there's a long peninsula that comes off that. And we were all the way at the end of that. And it's Fort Morgan there. And it's really funny because it was a restaurant like probably like a mile and a half from the end of that peninsula. And it's like this tiny little place called Sassy Bass.
Sassy
You can
Bass.
look it up on Google Maps. There's nothing around it. There's just like a few houses and like miles of just like beach, and that's it. And this one 2-lane highway that goes out there. And so we were going to Fort Morgan to like explore it and show the kids and have a little educational thing. It's an old pre-Civil War fort that was then used in the Civil War, World War I, World War II. It's like one of these ocean like fortifications, Gus. It's amazing. She had huge guns and these huge walls and everything. It was star-shaped, so we were like taking footage of it with a drone. But we're all the way out there in the middle of nowhere. Like, this is like one person is there for the whole Fort Morgan. Like, you can walk all over the whole thing, and there's like, they got areas like with like orange ropes, like saying don't go here, and you just go into the rope and go into this place that's obviously falling off, gonna fall into the ocean. All the way out there, we walk into the Sassy Bass, walk in, step into the restaurant. The guy goes, Bernie. I just wondered, like, what did that guy think? Like, I couldn't imagine a more remote location to run into somebody.
Yeah.
And he was like,
someone you know.
instantly, the moment I walked in, he was like,
Yeah.
he goes, you're Bernie from the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I said, yep. He's like, what the hell are you doing
What are you doing in Sassy Bass?
Sassy Bass. And,
I had
I
the
was looking
same,
for Bassy Sass.
I had the same in Italy. Like I went back to this very non-touristy town where all of my family is from. It's a really tiny town up in the mountains, and we walked down the mountain to Amalfi, and on the way down, like on the cliff sides, got recognized by someone. And it's like, what did that guy think when he saw me and Meg walking down a cliff
well,
in
didn't
Italy?
the exact same thing happen to you, Jeff, and Griffin when you were in Oregon somewhere?
Yeah.
You said you got recognized by like a ton of people traveling up there.
Vacation seems to be, or like travel areas seem to be like prime territory for that. Do you agree with that? Like when you're in an airport, that's where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always in an airport. Definitely. That's weird, though. Like, it's weird to see
Yeah.
it in, like, remote locations.
And it's always a different interaction to one in America for me, because the guy was just so surprised. He was like, what? Like, on this cliff? I'm here with, like, my family? It's just cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's perplexing. But it's just, it's a place like anything else.
Yeah, it's just a place, but
it's-
it's just, like, it's different.
Was he from there?
No, he was from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
It's even weirder.
That's a bit weird. It's weird when you run into somebody you know in like a really far away location.
Yeah.
Like they're from Austin, you run into them.
that
Oh,
the
they got
Sassy
the
Bass?
they got the Sassy Bass there.
Oh.
Can you zoom out at all? So you can see how remote that is? So the Sassy Bass is like the intersection of those two roads. But this is like how far out this
Wow.
thing is.
It looks like a fish.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we're like just in the middle of the ocean, basically, from, according to Alabama. That's like the very tip of Alabama,
So weird.
heading back towards Mississippi. And then I took the kids to New Orleans. They didn't like New Orleans very
Did they get really drunk?
much. Yeah, they got hammered.
They get some beads.
Teddy vomited on Bourbon Street. But
Why
I
didn't
saw
they
the
like it?
bench where I fell asleep. I showed Ashley the bench.
Oh, man.
I showed Ashley the bench where I fell
It's
asleep.
an old story. Jesus.
Yeah, and in Jackson Square. And yeah, but it was just like, the place smelled so bad. It's like, it just smelled. You ever been to New Orleans, either of you?
No.
No.
First of all, it's a fucking great city. I love it.
It just smells like shit?
It just
No. It
it's like-
smells like piss.
and vomit.
Well, Austin smells like piss.
Piss, vomit, and,
Only
and
some
stale
places.
beer.
Stale beer. Yes.
When you spill beer on a floor and then you just don't clean it up,
Yeah.
like the
That's
night
all of New Orleans.
like, yeah, that's the whole fucking French Quarter, basically.
Sticky.
Here, I'm gonna read this
Sticky
thing.
bass.
Read that.
We'll get back to your story. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by.
Hey,
Gus
Gus,
has been stepping it up.
nice muted clothes.
Thank you.
It's true.
I wore my muted
By the
clothes
way,
today.
we took those pictures today, sent them off. They go, oh, we locked those pictures on Friday.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Total waste of time today.
Can we just
Wow.
release them then?
Sure, I don't give a shit. Why not? Why not? They think they were going to
let's
try to
really-
do something with them, which basically just meant they're not going to do nothing.
John was here earlier. Is he gone?
There,
Let's just
that's where I
release
was.
a-
That's a street view for where I was. It's like
Oh, wow.
literally nothing.
Let's just release a poster of that.
Yeah. There's no RT podcast poster with the people on it. So I keep telling John, I went on the spot with Colton. I made a deal with John. Where the fuck is Ricing?
He was just here.
He left
Yeah.
already.
Mongla.
Made a deal with him. So we're gonna make a RT podcast poster because we don't have one with like the four of us posed as anything.
All right.
And especially like using the set.
There's
for
like a
something,
patch one
too.
now.
Yeah.
Even there's everything. There's no RT podcast one because they did all the quotes before.
We should do it like Left 4 Dead style.
That's funny because I didn't want to spoil it, but I said I will trade you an appearance on the spot with Colton if you will do a post-apocalyptic RT podcast poster. And he said he would do it. He
That
said
would
it was
be
a deal.
awesome.
And then he fucking disappeared like a bitch.
Did you see the video or the footage of that guy, that surfer who got attacked by a shark? Off the
How
coast
do you
in
not
South
see it? It was
Africa?
literally everywhere.
I did not see
Didn't
it.
see it.
Really?
Was it this weekend that it came out? Because I was at a convention all weekend, so
Yeah.
I didn't see
Did
anything.
you not have your phone with you? Because it was literally like every share that took place over the
No,
course
I
of the
was
weekend.
ignoring
It was
social
it was a surfing competition, like on television. The camera is pointed at a guy waiting to catch a wave out in the water.
There he goes. Oh, there he is, Chomp. He goes
Oh
over
my
the
God.
top of the board right here. Whoop! He's fine. He didn't even get touched.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
It was
But
just the board that got bitten.
the board
Oh.
got bit by a shark.
Wouldn't it be awesome if he came
It was two
flying over
sharks,
surfing
I
the
believe.
shark?
I believe it was 2 sharks.
So he was okay?
Yeah, he didn't get touched.
I thought you were
There was
about to say
another
something really
surfer
bad.
who was out there also who saw it happening, swam at him, was like, I'm gonna go help him. It's like, who the fuck does
Stay
that?
away.
Badass
Wouldn't you
dude.
do that for someone?
No, God no.
I don't
Well-
think I would.
Like, if the shark was hungry for 2 arms, you could save the guy an arm.
It's like there's 2 sharks.
Or
Okay.
he'll eat one of
Yeah.
yours.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, one hit the back of the board, and then he fell off to the left, which was lucky because then it looks like the other shark came to the right side of the board, and so the board blocked it coming but it comes up over the top of the board at him.
God, humans are just so defenseless in water. It's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Considering we came from water.
Well, okay.
What?
I'm seeing if
So
Rising are
somebody
still here.
get your phone away from that mic.
Oh, sorry.
Interference.
My bad. I was texting John to see if he was
It's,
still
it's
here.
why you can't see up close, isn't it? It's because we came from water.
Fucking amateur. What?
But I tell you what, you put a shark on land, I'll beat the fuck out of it.
What? No, he said something though. You can't see up close because you came from water.
Like fish, when we were in water, it's like fish people, or whatever
Fish
we were
people?
before, like land animals. The
were we
the
land animals or were we fish people?
Did
yeah,
we come from water?
What were we?
the eye underwater can see very close up. Like you could see like right here, but out of water, the vision is different. Like the refraction of light is different underwater.
Sure.
So you can't see up close anymore, but you can see far away.
I can see
Or you
this.
could just argue we don't need to.
It's my finger.
I think it's because we're not underwater. Like, if you dunk your head underwater, you can see closer up, can't you? Like this.
Can you?
Can't you?
I think you're making this up.
Your vision gets
Well,
all
maybe
blurry.
that's not
You're
true.
taking the piss.
I can't see anything. I don't know what you're talking
I think you're full of shit.
But I think it's to do with the relationship between underwater and eyes is the distance, your minimum focal
I'm glad
distance.
we don't live in the water anymore. Because I think
As
about
fish people or as land animals?
as either. Just because it's like you think about the life of a fish where death can come from any direction.
Oh,
And like I saw a gif, I think, of an octopus that was hiding like it was a piece of what was it? Like a piece of like some underwater plant.
oh, is it
Sushi?
camouflaged?
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then like the fish is just swimming by.
That's a
nothing
weird
there.
skill that I don't think I didn't learn that octopuses had that skill. Octopi had that. Is it octopi?
Octopuses.
Is it octopuses? Or is
No,
it
it's-
I think it's just octopus.
Is it like
Maybe?
octopodes or something? What is it?
octopi.
Like octopi is wrong?
I didn't know they had that skill.
Is it
I
not
didn't know
just, like,
any
multiple
octopus had
octopus?
that skill. I'll put it that way.
Octopode.
But it seems like I learned that like the internet taught me that. And I knew of octopuses or octopus my whole life. What is the plural of octopus?
I swear this like it's incorrect. Like someone put pi, but it's not the correct plural because it's not Latin. It's Greek.
There are 3 plural forms of octopus: octopuses, octopi, and octopodes. That's what
Nah,
it
that was
for.
a different one.
There's Risinger, by the way.
Hey, so you gonna make a poster? Yeah. He says yes.
That's
We were talking about
They were
you
looking
came over
for
to
you.
defend yourself. What do you mean defend yourself from what? From all that? That's like- what do you think we
You-
were
you
talking
said-
about? He's walking over now.
you know, John used Trunk Club.
You said on Friday that they
Come
needed
sit
him
in.
by
Come
end
sit
of the
in, give
day
me a mic.
Friday.
There's
He can join in.
Is there another mic?
There's probably a little lava there. Is the lava out there?
Oh, that's Gavin's.
Every
Fine,
time.
Thank you.
You can say hi. So you're gonna make a poster for us?
For what?
What was the deal you and I made when I went on the spot with Colton?
Oh, I said you. Yeah, I'll make that poster.
Yeah, we revealed what the theme is. So, do you want to use that theme, the
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic one?
I've already got Marcus working on it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's bad.
we're gonna go full costumes and props and everything.
Are we gonna have it before RTX?
Look at that laugh.
No, screw you.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing really good. How you doing, Bree?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We were just talking about random shit, and you came up, and so we had the same.
We were just
things about
bitching
You used Trunk
about
Club,
you.
right?
I did use Trunk Club.
Is that this?
No.
Gus, something happened to me. Have you? By the way, this is somebody asked us when we said what should we talk about on the forum or on my journal. Somebody said we should talk about near-death experiences, and I thought, that sucks.
do that again.
Yeah, it'll replay in a second.
What is that?
It's a octopus.
Cuttlefish.
That's hidden.
Oh God.
It looked like the fish turned into another fish.
It's just such a sight. Look,
That's
it's
not
like
an octopus. That's not an octopus. That's a cuttlefish.
That's what I said.
Still, it's
Oh.
underwater death.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad we don't deal with that shit anymore. It's like we live on a plane. It's like
Yeah,
2D
no, you can still get
of
killed.
shit
You can
that
get
could
killed by-
possibly come out.
you can get killed by above and below. Still, you can fall in a hole. You can get struck by lightning.
The hole's not attacking you, dude. You're falling in the hole. The hole's not like jumping out like, whoom.
How many people
Maybe
die
it is.
from falling in a year? I'm sure it's very high.
The hole's not attacking them.
What about?
There's nothing.
A fish will never fall off a ladder. We're gonna do that. Jump from a skyscraper. Wouldn't that be awesome if a fish like fell off a skyscraper and they ruled it a suicide, like the fish jumped? Like it would just happen to be up like on the ledge of a balcony or something like that.
Did I ever tell you about the fish I had? I probably have told the story on the podcast.
John, do you
before.
wipe standing up or sitting down?
I'm sitting down, of course.
Wow, you are severely outvoted.
Can fish
Like any normal person.
Can fish swim up falling water?
Yes, salmon do it.
Salmon do that, yeah.
What's up?
You know what's always great? It's always great when the disappointed look on Gavin's face when he gets a legitimate answer to one of his dumbass
He always
questions.
does this, though.
No, I was just thinking about it. I
It's
was
because he
like,
thinks that he stumped you
I
finally.
was like, could we get a fish to swim up a skyscraper?
Swim up, you'd have to have a lot of water to do that. And a very motivated fish. You have to have a real good reason
You
to
just
get
fill
up
the skyscraper with water and then have it swim like each
No,
story.
the water has to be falling. It can't just be a full up.
What
Sorry,
would
go on
you
with
do
your
if you
point.
did that, and then the first thing that the fish did when it got to the top of the skyscraper was jumped off and committed suicide?
Probably would
You'd
be.
be very disappointed. What was your story? I didn't mean to cut you off. I had to find out if...
Oh, I mean, it's not that exciting, but I had those beta fishes? They're like
Yeah.
samurai fighting fishes or something.
Yep.
Or if you put two of them in the same,
Siamese.
if you put them in the same tank, they will kill each other.
Or if you put the tanks like next to each other,
they'll attack.
Yeah.
I
Now
put a
the cool
mirror
one
in
will
one
kill the
time.
bitch.
It was
Wait,
funny.
You put a mirror in?
I put a mirror in. I saw it attack the mirror. It was great. But that's not the story.
You're gonna go to jail now that you,
You
said
put
that.
a mirror in a fish tank.
But it didn't actually fight anything except itself. It
It
was
got 7
fine.
years of bad luck.
So we got beta fishes as like some kind of prize in college, and my girlfriend had one, and she was always nervous about it because it was they get the other beta fish from the people who got the fish as a prize. We're putting them close together, and her fish was getting upset. So I made a cover for it that she could put around the little bowl. Because they're tiny little bowls they put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need very much water.
And I made a little like ring of paper that you could put around the bowl. And then to put the ring around the bowl, and the fish was going ape shit in there. She's like, "What's wrong?" She goes, like, "What's wrong with this? Why is it doing this? He must hate the cover." I didn't tell her I drew a fish on the inside.
No.
I did. I drew a little red beta fish, and it was like
Your drawing was that convincing?
I was
no,
gonna
it
say.
was shitty. It was.
It's because the
shitty.
fish wasn't up on it like this. It was far away. I couldn't see.
That's like the version of doing Clockwork Orange to a fish.
Pretty much.
It's basically sticking them in the place and they can't look anywhere
They
but
can't do
at
anything.
an enemy.
It's like shadow boxing
Yeah.
for it. So.
It's just torture.
Can you hear? You can't hear John, can you? Can you hear John?
He has a mic now.
Oh, he has a mic now. Yeah. Oh, congratulations.
that.
John.
I'm wired.
Peyton
Why
came
for
out
sound?
like a ninja.
I didn't even
Snuck
see
it
it.
back there. Do fish blink?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Here's something I got in a fierce debate about.
Idiot.
When I worked at a sub shop when I was 17, this guy who worked with me, his name is Ali. We had a fucking huge debate about this. Do fish drink?
Yeah?
No.
What do you mean?
Then we got
Define drink.
just that's it. Do they drink?
Do they ingest
You're
it? Does it
semantically
go?
asking a question. What do you mean by drink?
Does it go into their?
does a
Do they
fish drink water?
swallow
Does
and
it
does
go-
it go into their digestive tract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
No.
imagine.
Yeah.
No.
They have to when they're taking in food.
No.
Yes.
Like every
They're
now and
gonna
then, if
eat
they'll John,
dry
if they don't
food.
have any food, do they have to take a drink? Like they're in there in the water.
Well, you
they
just
drink
said.
it.
So you're saying recreation or like?
Not recreationally.
Pour
They're
some
not like
vodka in
social
there.
drinkers. I'm saying, do they need to drink water? Does a fish need to drink water?
Need to? No.
Is there
I
any
don't
animal
think
that
so.
doesn't need water?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Of course it drinks.
I'm with you, Gavin. I absolutely believe that a fish every now and then takes a drink.
Freshwater fish do not actively drink water, but absorb the water through their skin and gills.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
On the other hand,
Absorb, yeah.
saltwater fish do actively drink.
They just
Why?
take a sip. You're
Why?
right there, John. Just take a sip. That's all it is.
No, I
It's
know,
like,
but what's the difference between the freshwater fish and the saltwater fish?
they're in salt water.
I mean, it's the
Shut
same.
up. Yeah, that's not an answer.
Maybe it's just dehydrating the salt, and so they need to drink to compensate for the dehydration.
But they're just drinking more salt water.
I don't know.
Yeah, but there's saltwater fish.
I'm trying to be logical about this in some capacity, and it's not working.
Well, it's like us in air.
Yeah, I agree with you. We take a breath every now and then.
Okay.
And
Only
sometimes you eat it.
in fresh water, the inside of the fish is saltier than the surrounding environment. Water moves into the fish by osmosis passively through the gills and skin of the stomach.
Osmosis.
I flipped it. It's like an ad read. Fish have to eliminate all this excess water by peeing dilute urine. In salt water, the environment is saltier. The fish loses water passively, so it has to drink. It eliminates excess salt using specialized cells.
So that's why freshwater fish doesn't live in salt water.
So essentially, I was right.
Because you wouldn't be able to drink.
or it wouldn't be able to deal with the salt.
Right. Because you can't drink.
So it'd be like death by salt.
Well, although they say that saltwater fish can't live in freshwater and vice versa. There's tons of fish that go back and forth.
I don't think there's tons. There are some.
But it doesn't matter. That's like a hard line to me. That's like the freshwater fish, the saltwater fish. That's it. I don't like the ones that can go back
Salmon
and
do that,
forth.
right?
Salmon go back and forth.
I think they have to spend a preset amount of time, like in the brackish area, where it's making that transition.
Like training up the gills.
Right, or like converting.
What other liquids can fish live in?
That's a good
Like,
question.
could a fish live in beer?
I
There's
could live in that
oxygen
beer. Give me another one. Let's find out.
There's an oxygen
Maybe it
in
depends
beer.
on how much water is actually
Beer's
in
got
the
alcohol.
substance.
I would think probably not.
There's bubbles in beer.
Whoa.
Like a boss.
No, dude, you guys have got to read The Martian.
It's like I downloaded it via Audible. It's like
You'll-
10 and a half hours, I think.
Gus, you'll love it because like chapter 2 of maybe even chapter 1 of The Martian, the dude starts doing math on the fly, and I'm like, this Gus is gonna love this.
10 hours, 53 minutes.
Yes, the guy starts doing math like right away, and it's like you're like, oh.
Let me ask you a
Gus
question
Born.
about
Born.
maths, right?
It's about two things, Gus. It's a dude who's all by himself on a planet, and he's doing math.
It's a story about
It's your
Gus.
dream. That's your dream.
Sounds awesome.
So Dan Grushy,
I hate that guy. Go ahead.
Slow-mo guy's Dan, he says he's really good at maths, right?
Find that hard to
Maths.
believe.
But whenever I put him under pressure and like try and make him do a sum, he can't do it, and he says it's because he's under pressure, and it makes him shit. That just means he's crap at maths, right? And he's
That
lying.
totally means
Yeah.
he's crap at math.
He can't do it on
How
the
come
spot.
some people say maths and some people say math?
UK, they say maths.
You know why?
Why?
You know what it's short for? Mathematics. It's a plural,
Yeah, but
so you shorten it to a plural. Maths.
You shorten it to a plural.
Well, it is a plural, so the shortened version is also plural.
Okay.
But you didn't shorten it to a plural.
What?
You did. No, I get it.
Maths.
No, he just shortened it.
The logic for that makes sense.
The sentence doesn't need that he shortened it to a plural.
You know
it
what?
does,
shortened
because
a
you
plural.
shorten it without a plural.
No, you said shortened to a plural.
Yeah?
He shortened a plural.
The other day,
To a plural.
Maths.
Right.
Ashley formulated
He
the
knows
perfect
maths, not
argument
grammar.
and convinced me why it's pronounced GIF and not GIF. She convinced me. She
No.
made a totally convincing argument, and now neither Ashley nor I can remember what the argument she made was. But it was
Based
absolutely,
off
it
the-
made perfect sense. I
Nope.
go, you're going to change fundamentally something about me from GIF. I say animated GIFs, and I was going to start saying GIFs from now
the
on.
G though in,
No.
in GIF or GIF is graphic, isn't it, or graphical?
It's graphic.
So and graphical is with a hard G.
Yeah,
So
but the
wouldn't it be
dude who
GIF?
made the word said,
Fuck him.
GIF.
It's not
I
his.
get it.
Agreed.
George Lucas
Get it.
said Jar Jar Binks exists. That doesn't make it right.
Jar Jar GIF.
He's the key.
Jar Jar GIF.
All right, I'm
Gar
going
Gar
to
Binks.
So should we give a shout out to Watch Mojo because they named us the number 6
Number 6.
most
who
enjoyable
beat
podcast?
us?
I think Ricky Gervais, the cunt,
Ah, he
beat us.
deserves it.
They also
Ricky
named
the cunt Gervais.
they named Red vs. Blue #1 web series, and Ruby I think was 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 or 6, but yeah,
4 or
6.
6.
So I had a thing. I had a really cool thing when I was on vacation. I found out that the Hollywood Reporter named me as one of the top 25 digital stars. I was telling Gavin, by the way, when I sent that to you for social media stuff.
Yeah.
I sent it to her and Caleb, and then she sent it out on social media on the Rooster Teeth accounts. And then Caleb, of course, didn't do anything with it. And the next day I just wrote, I said, hey, Barb, thanks for promoting that article. Caleb, go suck a dick.
Didn't he respond with like gladly?
And then he tweeted it like 2 hours later. But
You can't insult Caleb. It just doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
It just bounces off him. He's like a mirror.
He's been too long in the brackish water. He's fully adjusted. But so there was this debate. They said when the article was coming out, they wanted me to turn in a selfie. And they said, look, this is the digital power list. And so everyone on the list is going to do a selfie of themselves. I'm like, yeah, no. I said, I don't really do selfies. I said, I have like a couple different photos I use for promotional stuff. Just use one of these. And I said, no, everyone's doing a selfie. I said, okay, are they really doing a selfie? Like they're doing a selfie? Or it's going to be an obviously professional photo with them looking like they're doing a
That's when
selfie?
your hand is
Okay.
next to the actual like DSLR
Or not
camera.
even that, right? Just they're holding a phone, and it's like 20 feet
or
away.
just it's a self photo.
Right. And I said,
Camera.
or is it going to be that? And they go, no. It's like a selfie. Everyone does it this way. It's like, it's going to be great. Get on board. So I did this stupid little selfie with Joe the cat. And I turned it in. Sure enough, half the fucking photos are professional photos.
Of course.
Of like the people posed, and they're like 30 feet away from them with a camera. There's not even like the illusion that
Do
they're
you
taking.
think
They
it's 'cause they just
Photoshop a
couldn't-
really long arm.
Do you think it's just because they couldn't get a hold of them, and so they just used photos because they just couldn't get a response?
No, because they're all doing selfies in their photo. You know?
They also cropped your photo to the point where
The
they
joke
cropped the
isn't-
joke out.
I think they didn't understand.
Yeah, the joke was that it looked like Joe the cat was taking the selfie because he had his arm out where the camera was.
Yep.
And that was hilarious.
How
and
long
then
did
they
that
cropped
take to
that
do?
out.
I tweeted that photo. It was very tough to do. Ashley and I were wrestling with Joe the cat to get him to do that. He just didn't want to hold his arm in the right place. And then I actually kept putting his arm on top of it, and I was like, no, it's got to be like off to the side, like right next to the lens if possible.
Do you know how many people don't know that you can activate your iPhone camera photo with the volume up button?
Yeah, people freak out about it every convention.
Yeah, like at San Diego, I kept doing that with people. Like, here, look, you can just hit volume up, and it'll take the picture. Like, what? How long has that been
Like
there?
when they're trying to do a selfie with you.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot easier to hold and do it that way.
Been
iOS
since like the iPhone 3.
iOS 4 or
Yeah.
There
something.
it is.
See, look, it looks like he's taking the photo. And they
Hey,
cropped
there's
his
the other
whole
cat
arm
taking a
out.
photo. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was really lamenting the fact that in that photo I didn't have my other hand in the shot, just to make it clear that I had no hands on the camera. But that was our funny take on that. But then of course everyone has this like
And you look like the idiot.
With this cat.
Nobody
Look at this
noticed.
guy trying to be
Nobody
young.
noticed. It's just, I hate that like I got convinced to do like the goofy photo and like everyone else does the super fucking professional photo. Like I mean, look at the. I'll try to look at the.
even
Even
like-
look at the list. You just look at the lead photo on it.
Was it Grace Helbig?
Yeah, and Hannah.
Hart. They have like the selfie sticks.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
And
that.
it's like a professional photo
Of them just
of the
holding
two
selfie
of them
sticks.
standing next to each other with selfie sticks.
It's also like a wide shot. Like you could see their entire bodies in the picture too.
Yeah, and they're cropped. It's obviously like the same
Yeah.
photo that just got
You
cut
know
in the
those
middle.
people on the beach who just walk up and down the beaches trying to sell tourist stuff, like
Yeah.
hats and crap? It's selfie sticks now. Like people walk up and down the beach with selfie sticks. It's like the new thing that people just try and flog you.
They banned those from Disneyland, didn't they? Or Disney
Yeah.
World?
Why is that?
Because it's dangerous to have on the rides and people
Oh, yeah.
were just using them on the
Well,
rides. Oh, here it is.
I saw
Yeah, like look at the guy second from the left at the top.
he's on a skateboard.
Is he even holding?
He's on a skateboard holding a photo. That was the lead photo that they used in the thing too. And then look at if you go down, you see Grace and Hannah. It's like they've got. It looks like they're taking a selfie.
Those are promotional images.
Yeah, that's just not the photo. So, and of course, all the ones that weren't actual selfies were all the ones they used in the marquee locations.
Right.
It's like sons of bitches. So,
I saw
I don't know why that bothered me. Just because I asked about it, and I was told, "Oh no."
Bernie is very grateful for the opportunity to be named in the top 25.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So
So also call me the oldest person on the list.
I read an article the other
Yeah.
day. You were talking about
Look how
selfie
young and
sticks
hippie's trying to be with his
Disneyland.
selfie.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I read an article that had a photo that showed how they test the rides to make sure that it's safe for people and there's nothing that could possibly get in the way.
Yeah.
They take this cutout that's made out of like plywood and they put it in the ride.
Is it doing this?
No, and it's like a half circle that's as far as someone could theoretically reach, and they run the whole ride with it. And if it's chipped or if it gets hit at all, they know it's like something's wrong. Like someone could potentially get hit on the ride.
That's cool.
That's
It's like it's something like I always wondered about. Like how is it that you test? Like oh right, you just have a giant like thin wood cutout.
Yeah, whenever I stick my arms up on a roller coaster and we like go through a tunnel or something, I always go like, but I know there's no way I'll hit anything.
I got freaked out the first time I ever rode Magic Mountain. The roller coaster stopped and all the lights came on, and I saw
Oh yeah.
Magic Mountain, and it's just like
You mean
death.
Space Mountain?
You mean
Space
Space
Mountain.
Mountain?
Sorry, Space Mountain.
Oh, you saw the inside?
I saw the inside.
Yeah.
It's like death is constantly a couple inches away from you.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
It's yeah. It was
my God.
fucking. The rest of the ride, I was just like,
Yeah, it looks like somebody threw iron filings in a blender. Is what it looks like.
That-
It's
that
just like
was
a
a,
twisted mass of metal.
yeah.
And
That
you're
was
just
a-
like zipping around through this thing, this like ball of like track, basically.
There was an incident in the UK with a roller coaster called the Smiler where it went around, but there were two carriages. One of the carriages got stuck, and they sent the next one,
Oh,
and it crashed into the one that was parked. And like everyone on the front row had like people lost their legs and stuff.
Oh my god.
okay.
Awful.
First of all, what a dumb design to
Yeah.
have a roller coaster.
Well, where's
with
the front
two-
bumper?
Lose your legs.
bumper? Just why do they have two trains on the track at
Well,
one
I mean, a
time?
lot of roller coasters do. They'll send one around.
People
And
don't
then
like
it'll-
long lines.
And then,
Never have seen that before in my life.
And then
they
they
could
can
load
load up the
one,
next one
yeah.
while people are getting off the other one. They send that one around.
But then they usually wait for the other one to arrive back, right?
I guess it was just like one
It's
time
like, oh,
where
they're
they,
far enough along. We'll just send this one.
Yeah. It's fine.
I'm sure
like getting a
everything will be
water
fine.
slide.
Who
But
ever
then-
heard of a problem on an amusement park ride?
But the
ever?
worst part of it is that they had to sit on that thing for like 5 more hours before the rescue team showed up to get them down, like with their legs hanging off and like all
Oh.
crushed to pieces.
Why 5 hours?
Because they had to like call the emergency services to get ladders
Yeah.
up
Like
there
how
to
do you
get them
get
down.
people up there?
It was like halfway around the roller coaster. They
Well,
were
they're
just
not
like,
going to walk down.
Holy fuck. Were they upside down or straight up?
Jesus.
I think they were the right way up. But I've been on that roller coaster before.
There was in Houston at Astroworld, which no longer exists now. Pour went out for Astroworld. By the way, pour went out for our building 619 Congress.
619. Yeah.
619, where we were housed the first time you guys came to visit us, I believe. You came to Buda.
I was at Buda.
That building's gone. They demolished it last week.
They demolished it?
Yeah, it's gone.
What about the?
Or they at least started to demolish it. There were massive holes in
Is
it.
the hideout?
Nope,
gonna be
hideout's fine.
affected?
So it's just that one
Just that
building?
one little building.
And the one
Just that
above
place
it?
where we did business. That's it. That's the only thing they targeted for demolition.
Good riddance.
Bye. Yeah, that office. You know the short where I'm like hitting the trap door to like try to send Joel down?
Yeah.
If you stood at that point in the floor and you just bounced up and down, the floor would go like this, and people at the desks at the corner of the rooms would be like, "Stop doing that."
Like I could tell when someone was walking because the hard drives in my computer would get noticeably slower because my computer would be like bouncing on the floor, and you'd be like, "Okay, now my write speed has really gone down."
How did
It's
that
like,
second floor not collapse? Ever?
Yeah.
We were on the
Especially
second
after
floor.
you slipped off that skateboard.
Fuck you.
I was waiting for it.
How about that?
All right, well, it's about time to wrap up.
Wait, there's a couple more things I want to talk about.
Better fucking hurry.
Why though?
50 Cent declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
This is like 3 years after he did that video where he's loading money into his trunk of his Lamborghini.
How did he mess
Did you ever
that
see
up?
that video?
Now he's gonna be true to the name.
Yeah.
Wasn't
pretty
it?
awesome.
Wasn't it? He like lost a lot of money in like a court case or something.
No, he got sued for like $1 million. And then he declared bankruptcy.
I wouldn't think that would be very much to
It
him.
doesn't. But your bankruptcy doesn't mean
So we still
you
got loads
don't
of money.
have any money. It's just a reshuffling of debts
Yeah.
to appease creditors.
I bet his credit score went down.
It probably went down. But if you've got millions of dollars,
You know, even if
does
he's
your credit score
bankrupt,
matter?
he'll still
Oh,
be
no, wait.
left with 50
He's got a couple
cents.
different things. The sex tape lawsuit was the one where.
What?
He just talked right over
I
that.
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
No,
it was
no, you
terrible.
rightfully talked over
did the
Some
right
some
thing.
people heard it. It's okay. That's all that matters.
There was a sex tape lawsuit.
He had a sex tape lawsuit. A New York jury awarded Lastonia Leviston
50 Shades of Sin.
$5 million last week after determining the rapper, whose real name is Curtis Jackson III, didn't have her permission when he posted online a sexually explicit video she made with her boyfriend. So he posted a video not of the two of them, but of...
Why did he have that?
I don't know why he had that. It's interesting. Anyway, so he got $5 million for that, but then there was another massive lawsuit he had. Federal judge orders 50 Cent to pay $17 million. I'm trying to load this article up, but it looks like something to do with headphones that I wasn't aware of. So anyway, so just a few years after he posted that video where he's loading just handfuls of cash into the trunk of a Lamborghini, I think somebody figured out by the stacks it was like $2.5 million that he had in cash.
Oh man, I wish I invested some of this.
Yeah, no shit.
Didn't he offer Floyd Mayweather a bunch of money if he could read something? Like
Yeah.
he was making fun of Floyd Mayweather's inability to read that ad spot. I don't remember. I think it was a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, he posted a video like on Instagram or something.
50 Cent has been ordered by Palm Beach County, Florida Judge Peter Blank to pay $17 million to manufacture sleek audio following a series of legal dealings stemming from an arbitration in which the company successfully argued to the court that the Hate It or Love It rapper used their model and design for a set of headphones he tried to manufacture. So that's like a corporate IP thing that he took it from them.
Wow.
Jesus.
I guess he was trying to follow in the footsteps of Beats. But he was the spokesperson for Vitamin Water. Well, this is one of the earliest podcasts we talked about this, where he was a spokesperson for Vitamin Water, and he got a stake in Vitamin Water for just being their spokesperson. That's how they paid him, the primary incentive. Then they sold the Coke for $500 million, Gus, and he made $100 million in the deal
Right.
for being like the spokesperson for Vitamin Water. He made $100 million. At that point, why would you even make headphones? Like, what? Why wouldn't you just like, I got $100 million?
Well, that's
Stop
like
doing
saying, why would
everything.
anyone?
I know it's true. I
Anyone
get it.
rich do anything?
Why would anybody do anything? That's a good question. Why would anybody rich do anything?
He challenged Floyd Mayweather to read one page out of Harry Potter without any mistakes, saying he would give $750,000 to the ALS when it was last year during the Ice
Yeah, I
Challenge
think
stuff.
didn't he do it like twice where he upped it? Like he started something lower and then he upped it even further because I think
You just couldn't
Mayweather
do it.
may have like said something back to him or something.
I don't remember.
So I was trying to teach my kids how to be good kids, and I do this every now and then, and it always fucking backfires on me when it makes them like big grandstanding thing. Like, did I tell you about the time that I took the kids on? Can teach kids about mass transit, so I took them on the train in
Oh,
Austin.
yeah.
And it was
yeah.
that horrible experience. They had to walk through
Yeah.
mud and everything else. Now they hate any kind of public transportation in any way. Well, there was one time we were like in a traffic jam where all of a sudden all the cars in front of us were like getting over. We were in the right lane. They were all getting to the left lane all of a sudden. And then you get up and you see, oh, a car has broken down. And then I see it's these two guys that are in this car that has stopped, and then it's up against the curb, and the guy's behind trying to push it, but it's right up against the curb, so he can't get it going by himself. So I pull my car around. There's a parking lot right there. I pull my car around.
Dangerous.
And I say to the kids, I say, we're gonna help these guys, okay? And
You're a
Gus-
lunatic.
It gets
Why?
worse. Gavin, you're 100% correct.
When was this?
This is the universe punishing you. So I help these guys push their car, and they're like, thanks. So we push it up, and then we had to push it up a little bit, like up a little ramp to go into the parking lot, get it up enough speed to where we get off the curb, then they swing it out, and we push it up. There's fuckers behind us honking at us, honking at me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to help
You're
these
trying
guys.
to fix it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a car out of the road, so it'll help, traffic or whatever. And we get it up in the parking lot, and I'm like, well, guys, sorry that happened. I go, but good luck. And they go, yeah, no, thank you or anything like that. They go, hey man, can we have a couple bucks for gas? Because we don't need gas. I'm like, I said no. I said you can't have a couple of bucks for gas. I said I don't have any cash on me. I said, but you're welcome for that. They go, well, if we give you a gas can, could you just go and like get us some gas and bring it back in a credit card? And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, for some reason, Gus, it's reminding me of you, that if you were there, you would have been like, I
I would
told you,
put their
Bernie.
car back in the street. after that.
It's just like, it's like no good deed. And there was never a thank you or anything like that. It's just like, can you give us money now to go get gas? Because we don't have any money for gas. Or it's like, I don't have any cash, was like this like nice way that I had to get out of it. And they said, oh, we'll just give you a gas can. You can just go get gas on a credit card and bring it back.
They just pull
I
out
was
a
like,
square.
I'm not doing that, fellas.
I've only got my coin with me, and it doesn't get read anywhere, so you're kind of fucked.
I just hate that. It's like I felt like it's my own fault because I was acting like this big fucking jackass, like my big white knight or something, But still, it's like you feel like if you're doing something.
You shouldn't help anyone in Austin.
Dude, I'm with you now.
Shouldn't.
I'm
It's
really with
dangerous.
you. At
You
this
get your
point,
throat slit.
I'm really with you. It's just like just don't help. Just ignore everybody all the time. I'm at that point now. It's just unbelievable. I just couldn't believe that that happened.
I would just be so annoyed if I died trying to help someone. I mean, obviously, I'd be
But there's
dead.
going to
so
be a
I
time
would
when
very
one of you guys needs help, and then you're going to regret the statement.
Yeah, but I know I'm not going to mess with that person who helps me.
He also wouldn't ask
Yeah,
for
but
any
you're
help.
saying never help anyone.
I know what I'm saying.
said
It's
that
it's
so
a hard
sheepishly.
line to walk. Like you obviously want to help,
Not
but
that
it's
hard
like,
for me.
is this going to be detrimental to my health?
Like you get hit by a car or something like that.
Why would someone kill you if you're trying to help them?
I
Hey, are
don't
you
know, but I might-
colorblind? In addition to everything that's wrong with you, are you colorblind as well, John?
No, it's one of the
He's
things.
a graphic designer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
No, I'm not colorblind.
In Bernie's defense, I always have to ask myself that question as well.
What?
If
Is John colorblind?
like-
oh, right, no, he's not.
just gotta go down the list of like,
Oh, like-
defects that John could have.
Nothing like life-threatening, but just all super fucking annoying.
Yeah.
kind of stuff. That's like John's got all that.
It's
stuff.
all the list of all the things that just are they don't actually kill you.
You know what? I saw this. I've never seen this before. I saw a white girl who had, what's the name of it? Vitiligo. It's where you have
Oh, vitiligo?
vitiligo, where
Michael
you have
Jackson
like
thing?
non-pigmented patches. But that's always a skin condition always associated with black people, I guess, because it's more noticeable. But she had it. It was very clear she had it because she was very pale. But then she had these like pale albino patches. It was super interesting looking. I have to admit, it was like I've never seen anybody like that.
Maybe it was just a white ink tattoo.
White. That would have been a pretty
blotch.
serious one.
Blotch.
It would have been a very, very serious one. Anyway, I'm out of anecdotes.
All right, let's wrap up.
Don't help anybody ever. That's what you've
Don't
learned
help
from the
anybody.
podcast.
All right,
See you in
thanks for
3
watching,
weeks.
everyone.
And stop
We'll see you guys
Help
Wiping,
women and
standing up.
children.
next week.
No, do it.
And
It's better.
we're going to record some more stuff that you'll see on Friday. if
Don't
you're
help
sponsored.
kids because you'll get in
I
trouble
love
for that.
you.
Bye.
It's true. Don't help kids.
What do you want for Christmas, little boy? Knobs. 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 Knobs.